Cerrillas. Boom, boom, boom.
You can knock it all out.
Dinner, dessert, and dessert.
That's right. And the longest standing place is Cerrilla's.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, those last forever. But it used to be Priscilla's back in the day. It did, because I remember that. And then they changed it to Cerrilla's because that was going to make a difference, I guess, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So somebody had fun at Cerrilla's last night before they went to a WNBA game. But I mean, we take things so seriously anymore. Like, oh my God, can you believe what's going on out there? Like the Sydney Sweeney blowback that everybody has right now.
That's
like,
Max Lady, man.
I mean, my goodness. I was like, Brooke Shields is trending today, and I clicked on that, and they were showing her ads from back in the 90s, and like people are mad because Sydney Sweeney's an ad for jeans right now. Like, what the hell have we come to as a country? My God.
Yeah, do you have
I think
any
they're a little bit different, but I agree. Yeah, I would say they're a lot different, but I agree.
No, it's people complaining about stuff, though. I mean, like, it's nonsense.
Like, I would say they're different severities. This Sydney Sweeney thing is preposterous, but throwing a sex toy on the court is, I mean,
it's wrong, but it's not
a
the
woman's
end
game.
of
No,
the
of course
world.
Not. Of course not, but I think that woman's right. Yeah, get that guy out of here.
No, that person
out of here.
absolutely should be ejected.
Inappropriate.
They could have thrown a
mind the
basketball on the floor, and they should have been ejected.
I have 3 questions about the novelty being thrown onto a court. 1, color of choice, like lime green.
Lime green, baby.
Yep. We're just rocking Shrek's rod out here as a toy. 2, what mind process do you have where you're like, you know what I'm going to do tonight, man?
Well, that's the issue.
I'm going to buy me a rubber novelty and chuck it on the court. Because I still don't understand, like when they throw the catfishes on the Nashville court, are they selling those at the stadium?
Oh, no.
You have to sneak the catfish in.
Right?
Yeah.
Not only that, my third question, you got to sneak that toy in.
That's right.
So are you just prosthetic? How are you doing this?
Yeah, but my question is, where the hell is the security? Like, we go through all these security things at these gates and whatnot to get into these games,
I walked right in last night.
I know, yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Right, like that, but exactly what I'm getting at. Like, we've got all of these fallacies, like we're all walking through all this security and whatnot, and then somebody brings something into a game and they get right in with it. I mean, and it's not just that. That's a small item you could probably hide, right? But like a catfish or a salmon or like in Detroit, they throw stuff onto the ice as well.
What's the octopus?
Seals or whatever. Octopus. Yeah, that's what it. Not a seal. He's throwing a seal on. Is that a seal in your pocket, sir? Just go to the hockey game. Nothing to see here.
And there it goes.
Yeah, and there's the seal or octopus. Yeah, but people are sneaking that kind of stuff in. So, I mean, look, it happens, and if you do throw something on the court, you absolutely should be ejected and whatnot. But I think sometimes we go a little bit too far with the shaming of people, too. That is just disgraceful. I can't believe somebody would do that.
Yeah, what did Sydney Sweeney do? Like, she just took a photo in jeans?
Right, yeah, exactly. And people
is there more to it than that?
I'm wondering, too, because when I see Brooke Shields trending, I think immediately, oh, my God, somebody died.
Agassi.
You know, and yeah, exactly. And Billy Joel. And I mean, it's and so I look like, oh, my God, what's going on? It's just her with the Calvin Klein ads from years ago, and they're comparing it to Sydney Sweeney. And that's why I looked at Dusty. I'm like, people are mad at the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad? Like, what, can I get off this planet, man? Like, is there a stopping point where I can just jump off because people are complaining about a model advertising jeans?
Somebody's really happy with it this morning from the 660. It worked. You guys are talking about the WNBA.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly why they did that. So 3 blowhards in Kansas City would talk about. I don't even know who played the game or where it took place last night.
So is your favorite following Barstool Sports, so eat it.
Yeah.
So Mac's back. You're back. Well, you've been here. I'm back. We're all here together.
Right. We got Cody and Gold with us today, too.
Yeah, why are you just really holding on to Alex?
I don't know. Well, like, he's so much smaller than Cody. Like, I don't understand this. Like, Cody's his dad. I mean, look at the size difference in these two.
It's like David and Goliath.
It really is. Like, Cody's this, like, giant, and Alex is like, please, Cody, let me sing. And Cody's like, I will do all the singing. And Alex is like, please, Cody, but I have a song. And Cody's like, Alex, I do the singing around here. And that's it.
Cody looks like Alabama man from the South Park bit.
Like,
Alabama man.
Alex is this little midget guy. Sorry, Alex. I mean, you're a little tiny dude right here. And
it's Cody's fantasy.
And then Cody's this giant Igor-looking, like, lurch-looking guy.
Someone else has watched the clip last night. Are we sure it got thrown from the crowd and didn't fall out of someone's bag? Oh man, no, but welcome to somebody says fallacies. Well done, Bob. Welcome to the show on Wednesday. We'll get to the poll question today, which is going to piss a lot of people off. Back, I don't know if you know this, not. People are upset with Bob and I for glazing Josh Simmons.
Why?
Yeah,
I don't know. We're overhyping it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. I guess.
Impossible.
I was telling him, I said, I don't really pay attention to much of what goes on the text line because it, just takes me to a different world that I don't need to be in for most days.
BBL stinky.
And he's like, yeah, people are complaining about our love for Josh Simmons. And I got a text yesterday from a buddy of mine who's a huge Ohio State guy. He's like, can you believe what this guy is doing right now up there at training camp? Like, I was telling Dane and Hughes last night, too. I'm like, look, man, there's like no storylines at camp. Josh Simmons came in, ripped people's faces off, and that was it. And here we sit. Like, there's really nothing to kind of talk about. People are getting mad that we're having a good time talking about Josh Simmons being that left tackle guy. We'll talk to Binkley coming about it because I talked to Binkley yesterday a lot about Josh Simmons. And
are his plums going a little bit now?
No. And he said
he compared him to who?
He compared him to Kingsley,
That's right.
Suamataia, and said, well, all the hype was around Kingsley last year around training camp.
No,
and so
it was not like
so
this.
he that's what I'm thinking too. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Well, he was
the hype
also
was not like this.
Not even like this.
He goes,
no.
but everybody crowned this guy and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, they did early on because we were like desperate. I think sometimes in sports and in life, we accept things into our life that we think are good when they're not because we want them to be good. And sometimes we overvalue players and coaches and whatnot because we want them to be the next, like the Bears do with every quarterback. And so, yeah, I think last year maybe we overvalued Kingsley because we wanted him to be that guy. But now it sure looks like Josh Simmons is that guy. That guy's the regulator up there at camp. He's not taking any prisoners, and he's beating the snot out of everybody who comes in his way.
Speaking of beating the snot out of everybody that comes in their way on Netflix, you watched it, Happy Gilmore 2? You had some time off? Still
I did see it, yes.
Yeah. 46.7 million views in 3 days, making it the biggest U.S. opening weekend ever for a Netflix film. That's insane.
It's nuts, man. Like, it's almost 50 million. That's an NFL playoff game. Like
It will get broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Stranger Things will break that on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm sure probably. Well, I don't know, man.
50 million people will watch. They've been waiting for 50 years to watch
that's a fair
the final
point. Well, we've been waiting for 30 years for this Happy
Correct.
Gilmore Part 2 to come out.
But if you tell me you didn't watch it, you're lying.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not have liked it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
It
I wasn't mad
was.
about it.
Yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't watching this hoping it was going to be like Oscar worthy.
But I think some people sure will. I mean,
Sure.
I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, this was no cinematic genius or anything like that.
It's
It was
a
a
Sandler
fun
movie.
movie.
Yeah, it was fun, exactly.
It was, like, what were you expecting going in? And 50 million people, roughly the size of the audience that watches the AFC and NFC championship game, tuned in and watched the Happy Gilmore movie. Now, obviously, it wasn't all concurrent like that. It was over the weekend. But still, I mean, that's the type of number. The NFL is going to brag about their numbers all the time. On a streaming service that you have to pay extra for, almost 50 million people have already watched this movie. Home run for Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. The complaints I heard about it was the last 30 minutes were just over the top, like annoying. It was just like, okay, we got it. The plot of like dance kind of disappeared towards like the last 40 minutes where it's like, oh, I thought this was a movie about, whatever. And then I know a lot of people were kind of just like, it's kind of annoying that he's just like a drunk.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, he's kind of mocking athletes. They're mocking Liv. It's all Adam Sandler being Adam Sandler in a way without being Adam Sandler.
Right.
Like, I'm a big advocate of the PGA Tour. I don't like the Live Golf Tour. But yet you had 2 Live Golf Tours on to share 3. Bubba was there. Maybe more than that.
Is the Live still a
Sergio
thing?
was on.
Is that still going?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's even mentioning
talks
that
about
thing
that.
right
It's
now.
on the CW.
Yeah.
So, but 46.7 million, that's a slam dunk, home run,
Huge.
grand slam, whatever
Awesome.
you want to call it.
Yeah, great job by them.
For them. So it was really good to kind of see that and see that movie succeed, because what were we talking about last night at the game? That there was people from age 35 to 13 watching this movie.
Yeah.
And half those people in that demographic weren't alive when the first one came out. So
Right.
I'd love to see when it peaked the highest. And I think we talked about that. I think probably around Friday around 7:30. I bet there was just an absolute spike.
Yeah.
When everybody was like, oh, well, I don't really want to do anything tonight. I'll just watch this and watch the first one, or, do whatever it was.
Sure,
So,
yeah. And Happy Gilmore, the original one, is going away from Netflix here real soon, maybe at the end of the month. And so you got another couple of days to kind of watch that if you want to see that on Netflix. I'm sure you can find it elsewhere as well. But, yeah, I mean, 46.7 million, not surprised at all, because you mentioned everybody on your flight was watching. Everybody we were with, at the lake this weekend, we all sat around and watched. Like, everybody wanted to watch it. And as soon as I even suggested, hey, let's watch Happy Gilmore 2, everybody's like, yeah, let's go. Let's watch it. And so everybody was paying attention to this movie over the weekend. And if you didn't like it, keep those comments to yourself. There's nothing to complain about. It was a fun, easy to watch movie and gave you everything you needed.
Let's talk about Josh Simmons on the other side, because that is clearly the story of camp yesterday. And so far in the, 7-8 days they've been there, It's been the Josh Simmons camp. We'll dive into it on the other side here, 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
FanDuel, because nothing says summer fun quite like adding excitement to the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. Summer sports are calling your name. That means baseball under the stadium lights, golf on pristine green fairways, soccer matches between world-class goals, and all the action-packed moments that happen in between. You're going to spend all day following your favorite sports on your phone anyway, so you might as well make them more thrilling, more exciting with FanDuel. Open up the app today to see the daily promotions. New customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com/KFNZ. Use my promo code to get everything started. FanDuel is an official partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issues non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement. Kansas Star Casino LLC. Gambling problem. Get out with your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700. Visit kansasgamblinghelp.com.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens. Summer is about feeling your best, and Heartland Men's Health is about making you feel your best. More energy, more time outdoors, more time with the one you love. But if erectile dysfunction gets in the way, it can quietly steal that confidence. Remember that first time that you failed in the bedroom? You just laughed it off, and then it happened again, and then again, and then again. And then you found out, well, maybe I have a problem. Maybe these pills I'm using just are working okay, but they could be better. There are a few things more wonderful in life than intimacy, but when erectile dysfunction harms intimacy, it can have a devastating effect on your relationship. So go see my people over at Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99. It includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if a medically advised test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and their new office in North Kansas City. Call them today at 844-447-6600 or visit them at heartlandmenshealth.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
DQ presents how to make a blizzard treat even sweeter.
Just get a blizzard treat on Miracle Treat Day, July 31st, and help support kids like me, Ari. On Miracle Treat Day, $1 or more of each blizzard treat sold at participating locations benefits your local children's hospital. So treat yourself in the most meaningful way and support local kids like me on Miracle Treat Day at DQ, Thursday, July 31st. DQ, happy tastes good.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size. Because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better when cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Don't let clogged drains slow you down. Call Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter today for our $79 mainline drain cleaning special. The pros at Hamilton will inspect your drains with video camera technology to pinpoint exactly what is needed to clear those clogs and help prevent expensive drain repairs. The expert technicians at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to solve your problem the right way, the first time. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 5-star reviews ensures your peace of mind. Visit callhamilton.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, one contractor, all things parking lot. On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. The world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team, one contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Coming up at 6:45. Mac Trero coming up at 9.
Binkley's going to be fun today, dude. Fun day for Jay Binkley.
BBL Binkley.
That's exactly right. BBL Stinky. You know he's ready to go, too, right? Like, if you called him right now, he'd answer.
Do you see him fighting on Twitter last night with people coming after him?
What was going on there last night?
I don't know,
man.
man.
Ask him that as well.
I left the Royals game, then we had a wonderful night with the Odyssey crew at the game last night, just staring directly into the sun.
Right.
And as I get into my car, and I get home, I get on Twitter, and I see Binkley just, I mean,
just firing Patrick Mahomes stats at people for, I don't know, he wasn't really responding to anybody, I don't think, but he was just out there firing hot takes about the Chiefs, about 17 playoff wins and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, what?
Mic drop.
Who got under Binkley's skin last night?
Hopefully a female.
Yeah, for his sake, right? I just want to win, Jim.
Yeah, who fought more yesterday, Josh Simmons or Binkley on Twitter?
Binkley on Twitter, actually, because they kind of nipped the Josh Simmons thing in the bud. And I jokingly ask you guys, is it time to extend Josh Simmons right now and get him signed up to a long-term deal? Because you're seeing around the NFL, the Colts have agreed to a 4-year, $100 million extension with Bernard Raymond. A league source confirmed $60 million guaranteed. They've got to pay Josh Simmons now, I think, right? Take this stuff away, buy him out of his 5 free years of, being on this roster and getting ready to go. And I talk to Binkley every Tuesday about what we want to talk about on Wednesday. And I'm always interested to see where his mind is sitting when it comes to football. And he texted me yesterday that he wants to talk about, first and foremost, Harrison Butker being Brett Veach's best decision ever, right? He thinks that's the best move that Brett Veach has ever made, going out and getting Harrison Butker. Not to steal the thunder, but we'll talk about that with Binkley coming up in about 20 minutes or so. Hard to disagree, on that, right? You can make the case for a lot of guys, but this Harrison Butker guy, I've been telling you since probably about the Super Bowl now, he's one of the most underrated, undervalued players in all of the NFL. And Binkley said to me, he said to me in text, Josh Simmons has a chance to be Brett Veach's best pick in the history of him drafting here in Kansas City and picking players here in Kansas City in the history of him being the general manager. He thinks Josh Simmons has that opportunity. He also cautioned me and said we were all very high on Kingsley last year as well as we went into training camp. But what Josh Simmons is doing up there, guys, cannot be understated. I know it's training camp and whatnot, but he is taking control. He is asserting himself, and he is showing that he's a badass dude up there on the football field right now. And ain't nobody else going to want to see what's going on. McAfee was talking about it yesterday. That's how big an impact that this guy is having.
The steal of the draft.
Steal of the draft. Yeah, yes. The steal of the draft is what people are calling Josh Simmons right now. And so after watching him yesterday, not back down, not be afraid, attack people. He went after Ashton Gelati yesterday. He's going after other dudes on the field, and he's asserting himself. He's showing people around the team, but also around the NFL, hey, a left tackle has arrived in Kansas City, and gone are the days of you guys feasting on the left side of this offensive line, because Josh Simmons is here to regulate some stuff, bro.
Mount up, right?
Yeah.
I saw a graphic yesterday, and it showed all the left tackles for Patrick Mahomes, and then it showed all the left tackles for Tom Brady and like his.
Cool.
And Tom Brady's left tackle for basically the entire career is Matt Light. Whereas Patrick Mahomes, it was like this guy, that guy, this guy, this guy, that guy, this guy, and you're like, oh well, okay,
yeah.
Because we did it yesterday, and Adam Shine. You think we should give Max some audio of what Adam Shine had to say yesterday about who his top quarterbacks are?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was
Patrick Mahomes is all good.
Right. So Shine had this to say yesterday, Mac.
2025 quarterbacks. I think the top 4 are pretty crystal clear. And that's tier number 1. Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL. Lamar Jackson would be number 2. Joe Burrow would be number 3. Patrick Mahomes, who's arguably the second best quarterback of all time, for 2025, is the fourth best quarterback in the NFL.
Second best of
so
all time.
So those are my top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL. Allen, Jackson, Burrow, Mahomes.
Second best of all time, but fourth in 2020.
Yeah, you gotta explain that one to me.
Kind of like explain the difference between Cody and Alex here. Like, why is what do we got going?
Alex is a little guy, but
he's a growing boy.
Well, there's one over there. But no, like, so you look at this situation that is Patrick Mahomes and what Josh Simmons brings, because there is no more important player on this roster for Patrick Mahomes than Josh Simmons.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
If he gives Patrick Mahomes just 2 more seconds, look out. And you look at everything, and this is me glazing Patrick Mahomes for 5 seconds. So all you people that hate that this sort of conversation happens, Mahomes has not been what people want to see that they've seen before, because the inconsistencies at wide receiver health and the inconsistencies at left tackle. I'm sorry, but in order to have a good quarterback in this league, you need to be protected. You need to have some sort of weapon to throw to. If you don't have the weapons and you have a good quarterback, then you need the protection. Mahomes has not had that in the last 30 NFL football games.
Right.
And yet he's still gone to 2 Super Bowls and still done it. Yet that just gets pushed aside because he's not throwing for 4,500 yards and 45 touchdowns.
Well, exactly, because people look at those numbers and they're all fantasy dorks, and that's how they live and die and judge football. They don't look at the actual games. And, it's proof that they don't look at the actual games. As we discovered during the playoffs, people don't watch games anymore. They watch Red Zone, and they don't understand the basics of football and how a football team actually functions.
Right. And I think the other thing, too, about it is that when you think about what Patrick Mahomes is, has been, and will continue to be, you throw in the fact that the first part of the tier of this conversation outside of Josh Simmons is you look at the wide receivers yesterday, which, good Lord, get him off the field yesterday. Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Juju Smith-Schuster, bringing Stool, the guy that Mac likes,
right,
and all these guys that he could be accompanied with throughout the offensive side. And then all of a sudden you think to yourself, okay, the guy they signed out of San Francisco, Jalen Moore, he might play left guard.
He may play guard, yep.
And he's been running with the ones. And then you look at who might be left tackle, the steal of the draft, and you sit here and be like, oh, Bob and Dusty just glazing the Chiefs. They get paid by the Chiefs. Did you know we get paid by the Chiefs?
I've not received a check from them yet.
That'll come on the 15th.
Oh, the 15th? Okay.
And then,
thank you.
So,
a little late this month? Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
It usually comes on the 1st.
That's right. And so, but when you have guys like McAfee and you have guys like Ian Rappaport who are out here saying, hey, this guy actually might be the real deal, I don't know what they do besides watch football. Right? They try to have a life outside of it, but it just doesn't happen. So these guys are locked in, and they're seeing this. And when you see a grown man at the age of, 22, 23?
Man, we're just out there competing, having fun. Off the field, we're all loving brothers, but once we're on here, we're trying to knock each other's head off. So it's all love.
So, I mean, it took 3 days in pads to literally 3 days in pads for these guys to show what they can bring. And it's not like he's out here pancaking a strong safety. It's not like, what's his face? Your boy, the safety.
Jaden Hicks.
It's not like Jaden Hicks is blitzing and Josh Simmons just throws him on his ass.
Right.
It's not like McDuffie's doing his classic blitz out of the slot and he's throwing him down. It's Creed Humphrey in 101, who's a grown-ass man who might be one of the strongest people on this team. It's Ashton Gelati, who's a huge defensive lineman. It's all these guys that he's just continuing to show. And then you hear the audio of Travis Kelce with his brother on New Heights when they're like, he grabbed me by the shoulders, and I was just locked up like, whoa.
Well, and that's the thing. When you hear former players and current players talk about it, it means a hell of a lot more than anything that we can say or anything that Ian Rappaport or anybody like that can sit out there and say about these guys. You've got Pat McAfee, who I know he was a punter, but he played in the NFL. He knows what he's looking at. You got Travis Kelce, you got Jason Kelce, you got all of these guys that have been around the game for a very long time talking about a guy who's literally never played one snap in the NFL. And Binkley did say that. He goes, hey, you and I have played more snaps in the NFL than this guy. I'm
it's
like,
not true.
It's not true. He said same amount of snaps in the NFL as this guy, right? Like you and I have played the same amount of snaps as this guy in the NFL. So let's cool our jets. But he has everybody talking, and he has everybody talking because people are realizing what they're seeing right now. They're seeing the completion of this Chiefs team right in front of their very eyes. And for the entire offseason, since the Super Bowl ended and we got our ass kicked down in New Orleans, people have been running down this organization. They've been running down Patrick Mahomes. They've been running down Travis Kelce. They've been running down everything associated with the Chiefs, and they're no good anymore. They're no good anymore. They're no good anymore. I saw something today that yesterday, and we'll talk more about it maybe tomorrow, but the guy, A.Q. Shipley is the guy's name, 12-time NFL veteran, 12-year NFL veteran, Pro Bowler, is now the new color analyst for the Arizona Cardinals radio broadcast. He said yesterday the interior of the Chiefs line, 3 on the inside, is the best by far in the NFL. I don't know who he had at left tackle, but what we're seeing now is the realization – or left guard, the realization of people around the NFL that are putting away summer and looking at this league and starting to realize, holy bleep, the Chiefs have done it again. And that's why people are mad. That's why people are upset, because and they don't want it to be true, because they realize once again the Chiefs went out there and took their biggest need and possibly made it into a strength.
The kid they got out of Ohio State, I said this after the draft whenever you had me on the show, I said he was a top 10 pick. Josh Simmons, left tackle. The clips of him coming out he is a top 10 pick if he doesn't get hurt against Oregon last year. They get him with literally one of the last picks of the first round, and he is going to be their franchise left tackle for the next 10 to 12 years. And they got an absolute steal with him. The clips coming out of him, here it is. Look, he's just shutting guys down, and he makes it look smooth. He's throwing guys like
little dog.
Yeah, he's got a little dog in him. He was arguably the best tackle in the draft before he gets hurt. He gets to go late to Kansas City in the first round. They got an absolute steal. It was an injury that a lot of teams were concerned with, but, he's young. He's coming back. He looks fierce. He's smooth as can be. He's athletic. He's strong. He's got the size. This could be a key piece for the Kansas.
Yeah, the Kansas Chiefs. He's right.
Yeah,
No, he's right. He got that right. Yeah.
By the way, do you guys know how old Pat McAfee is?
45 probably.
That sounds right.
38.
Oh, 38.
Wow.
Oh.
So he retired, I guess.
He retired young. I remember when he retired, and he said he was retiring from football to go in the media. And I remember having a conversation with Josh, like, good luck, pal. He did okay. We're like, what are you doing that for? You're still a good punter.
Yeah.
Why would you quit the NFL to do this?
Right.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh, got it.
Makes
Home
sense.
run, Pat. Way to go, buddy. Don't listen to me give advice.
Hold my beer, Fescoe.
Yeah.
You enjoy Kansas City. I'll enjoy Hollywood.
I'll enjoy the world.
Yeah. So that's what, and that's kind of what I do when I look at these things and I think about, what we're going to talk about. Like when you think about Josh Simmons, like how do you not sound biased? Well, when you listen to other people talk on, national television shows, and I know there's people that have leaked from KC to national television that have the same sort of opinions that we have. But that guy that was on McAfee's show, he has no affiliate.
Yeah, that was A.Q. Shipley, right?
That was A.Q. Shipley.
Yeah. He has nothing to say other than like what he sees. And when you see a guy like this and you hear over and over and over again that this is a steal in the draft, there should have been a top 10 pick. Like how many people in Detroit were mad at Detroit that they took Jameis Williams after he got his ACL torn in the national title game?
Yep.
And yet he still got drafted in the top 10.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, it's fine. This guy's going to be all right. And he just can't stay out of trouble, but he's a stud. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden you have Brett Veach and the Chiefs, son of a buck. They did it again. They found a steal. And here he is getting picked late in the draft. And oh, by the way, what is its biggest attribute? Patrick Mahomes, who everybody hates, who everybody says is no longer the best quarterback in football, who doesn't have what he used to have 2 years ago, who's not going to be the same quarterback that everybody thinks. I'm excited to see what Josh Simmons brings to this team because of what it can do as a domino effect for the entire offense.
Yeah, this is the NFL now, and everybody in this league waking up to the realization that the Chiefs are officially back. And there's no more knocking that you can do on this team. There's no more complaining. There's no more saying this is weak, that's weak, this is weak, that's weak. They went out there and they solved everything. They solved their biggest problem. And you open that door, you open that paper in the morning, and you're like, oh my God, they've done it again.
And I'm with everybody else too. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not. I do want to see what it looks like in real time.
Yeah.
Camp's fun. Camp's your own team. You kind of know what's coming when you're the offense. You know that you're hearing Spags jump out and say whatever they want. But, like, you're seeing him with the endurance, and you're seeing no injury sort of issue.
But you're also seeing him take control of this thing, too, and assert himself.
And not only that, but he's handling all pros on his own team. It's like the Chiefs or the Browns where they have some Joe Schmo playing center.
Right.
The best center in football is getting thrown down like a rag doll by a rookie. So that's
today,
eye-opening.
Trey Smith, he's coming for you.
And I would love
That'd
to
be
see
a great battle.
That'll be the best battle at camp.
Yeah,
and I'm torn. I don't know if I'd rather see him against Trey Smith or him against Chris Jones.
I saw one against him against Chris Jones. Chris looked like he was going like 75%, but Josh Simmons, I mean,
You got a meter on that or something? Or?
I mean, just definitely wasn't going 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know
no,
what I'm saying.
you can tell.
I think Trey Smith would be a tougher matchup, and the reason I say that is because he's a Grizzly offensive lineman that plays on that interior. Defensive lineman, and this is no shot at all, they've become more finesse guys over the years, right? These offensive guards, that's why I thought it was so important that he beat the snot out of Creed Humphrey, because Creed's one of those guys. I mean, he's an offensive lineman that plays center, for God's sakes. Those guys know how to cheat and steal and do all that kind of stuff on the interior of the line. You see it all the time. And if he's taking care of business against the interior offensive lineman, that shows a lot more to me than the defensive line, because those guys are grunts in the middle of that offensive line. All they do is live to beat up people.
So go ahead.
I was just saying, how am I not supposed to be excited about this?
Because you can't.
But
Because you're a homer. Because you're a homer.
They don't want you to be excited. Nobody wants excitement in sports. Nobody wants fun in sports anymore. We want to analyze everything with X's and O's. We don't want to show personality. We want to get mad at bad flips. We want to get mad about all kinds of stuff. We don't want to let excitement into our lives. And I think there are folks out there who are the Eeyore sports fans who do feel better when the teams lose. We see it with the Royals all the time. They have a couple of games where they win and people are mad that they win, mad at every trade that they make. There are some people that live in that world where negativity is what drives them and what they thrive on and what they need in their life. And when something good happens, they don't have that negativity and they don't have the ability to say, yeah, I told you so, right? And there's always those guys out there, whether it be baseball fans or football fans or basketball fans. They want to be the I told you so guy. Told you this guy wasn't going to work out. And then they feel better about themselves. Those people are sad individuals, right? So it's okay to go out there and to be excited about it. That's what sports is supposed to do for us. We're supposed to be excited about our teams. If you're not excited about your team before the season starts, why are you even wasting time being a fan? This is the time of the year to get excited. And this guy up here, Josh Simmons, has given us something we haven't seen in a very long time. And it's cool and it's awesome and I like it. And I'm not going to stop being excited about it.
Kiss
They
my
announced Josh
ass.
Simmons, offensive tackle from Ohio State.
I hate this pick, actually. Don't like it. Don't like it.
So if you could see any current player versus a past Chiefs player duke it out, who would it be?
Well, I've seen some of the best battles in camp. Willie Rowe versus Jared Allen was, phenomenal. It was Hall of Fame versus Hall of Fame.
Awesome.
And Willie Rowe owned that dude, and he's probably going to own him this weekend in Canton too. I hope they're both there. Like Willie just kind of pushes Jared aside. It was blissful. It was so cool to watch Jared Allen and Willie Rowe go at it. And then if you want to talk about fighting, Eddie Freeman, the late Eddie Freeman, was wailing people with his helmet one training camp practice, and that was always really fun to watch, stuff like that go on. But I mean, the Willie Rowe, Jared Allen is arguably, not arguably, for me to this day, the greatest one-on-one battles that I've ever seen on the football field. And to see Willie Rowe, who could barely walk, frustrate the hell out of Jared Allen was just awesome. It was so fun to watch.
I was going to say, did Jared give him some run for his money?
No.
Not
Not at all.
Exactly.
I mean, look, to be fair, that was Jared's first, second, third years or whatever it was in the NFL, very early on in his career. But, man, Willie Rowe just made that guy look like not a Hall of Famer, man. He just absolutely – at that time, Jared Allen was. He was a dude out of, like, Idaho State that was supposed to be a long snapper. But, like, in year two, when Willie Rowe just kept having his way with him, I've never seen somebody do their job, this side of Harrison Butker as easily and as gracefully as Willie Rowe did his job at left tackle. And hopefully Josh Simmons can be somewhere similar to that,
You got one that you want to see duke it out or a few?
Yeah, I was thinking like an Oklahoma drill, like Derek Johnson versus Christian Okoye.
No, God, no. I wouldn't put DJ through that. That's not fair to Derek Johnson.
Nigerian nightmare?
Are you out of your mind? Derek Johnson would get crushed like a tin can in an Oklahoma drill against Christian Okoye.
They're both about the same size. No! DJ's got 2 inches. I looked him up yesterday on Pro Football Reference for this reason. Okoye's like 245. DJ's like 240. Yeah.
No.
6'3", 6'1". Yeah.
No.
It'd be tough. Yeah,
no.
it'd be tough.
Derek would be, he would just get destroyed by Christian Okoye.
Get up with those 80s pads they used to wear.
Hell yeah.
You could sit 2 Sidney Sweeneys on his shoulders.
Yeah.
We'll have to tell DJ your answer.
I will tell him that. He'd probably go, I don't want to do an Oklahoma drill against Christian Okoye.
And then you got, in my opinion, I'd love to see Neil and Derek go after it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know those are 2 past players, but like those 2 guys just being in their prime, athletic freaks. Priest Holmes versus, gosh, it'd be a good one on this current team. Priest Holmes had some pipes on him, though.
Yeah, he did. I mean, some of the most unbelievable sculpted arms that I've ever seen.
What about Chris Jones versus Neil Smith?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be great.
Yeah, dude.
Heck yeah.
All right, winner's the best defensive lineman in Kansas City Chiefs history, and 95 wins.
Yeah, I don't even think. I mean, Neal's great, but I mean, Chris Jones is a Hall of Famer. You know?
Yeah.
And then people were asking on the text line, why do you have Creed Humphrey and Josh Simmons going each other? They always do one-on-one drills just for like strength, endurance to see if you can get in there. So I mean,
position grouping works.
Yeah, and they'll do that they'll do it with running backs. They'll do it with wide receivers where they'll like try to shake each other.
Offensive lineman over here, and you got the coach with the ball in the air, and everybody waddles over.
It's awesome to see.
Yeah.
And then
he turns his hat around backwards, and he gets down in a stance, and he gets the ball in the stick, and you've seen that guy.
And before we get to the poll question, you have a media take?
Well, I was just going to say about what we've been going through in training camp. We've got to close training camp. The media should. I love the fact that media can't watch practices during the regular season.
Cameras up?
Yeah.
Cameras down.
Because the way that they have reported so far on training camp, and I'm not just talking Kansas City, I'm talking nationally with everything, this is the boy who cried wolf at its finest, man. They need to close down these camps. How many tweets did you see yesterday about Xavier Worthy going down and then Hollywood Brown going down? And they were all back on the next play. Or the carted off stuff that has become legendary now for the last couple of years in camp. Everybody's carted off. Nobody wants to walk. We're $1 million athletes. Nobody's going to walk a half mile to the training facility. Guys are carted off all the time because they don't want to walk. It's the end of practice. They're
Neil
tired.
Jones.
Yeah. We're using the term carted off way too much. We're talking about these injuries that really haven't happened way too much. It is like a race to get information out there to be first as opposed to be somebody to get it right. And for me, it's been like, and I know I can unfollow a lot of this stuff, and believe me, I have, but it's a lot of overload of the same stuff, of injuries that aren't happening, that aren't, I mean, the fan base tizzy that we had on Thursday morning with Justin Fields, it literally went from they better trade for Kirk Cousins to, oh, he's getting his toenail clipped in the tent and back the next day. Like this is the NFL media on steroids right now, and it needs to stop because you're putting everybody into a tizzy right now of things that really aren't going on at training camp. It is clickbait stuff. I can't wait till the season gets here because everything that's happening now in practice is happening during the week. Just nobody there to see it. And it's better that way.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
We're just here to continue to piss people off. This week's poll question on a Wednesday on X, the Fescoe and Dusty poll question. Will Josh Simmons be the best left tackle since Willie Rofe? Yes or no?
Who's his competition besides Eric Fisher?
Yeah, I was going to say Eric Fisher.
Brandon Albert was a very good left tackle.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the question. Will Josh Simmons be the best left tackle since Willie Rofe? Yes or no? Coming up on the other side, the guy that does not like Josh Simmons or people that come after him on Twitter, Jay Binkley. He'll join the show on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home, Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
Hey, what's going on, man?
On your home for Kansas City Sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're thinking to yourself on a beautiful day like today, man, I hope everything goes great with my car. I don't have to worry about anything, right? Oh, but then maybe the air conditioner stops working, or maybe you just don't start your car this morning because it's busted, or maybe you blew a tire and you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. Well, I've got the answer for you. It's Jay's Southland Tow. Now, the good thing about Jay's Southland Tow Service is they're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, waiting for you to call them. The only problem is you just don't know when you're going to call the guys over at Jay's Southland Tow. So that's why I want you to put their number in your phone. So when you do have that emergency, when you do blow a tire, when you do have a car that doesn't start, or maybe you get into an accident and you need their help, you've got their number ready to go. 816-779-4TOW. It's as simple as that. Put it in your phone, 816-779-4TOW, and forget about it. And then when you need it, it's right there and it's ready to go. And Jay's Southland Tow has over 25 years of service in the Kansas City area, and they specialize in everything that you could possibly imagine. And it doesn't matter if you're north, south, east, or west, Jay's Southland Tow Service is just a phone call away. 816-779-4TOW or at southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. And Tammy from the Weston, it's Jay's Southland Tow. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
At Cerrilla Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you can trust us to bring happiness home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Back to school means back with friends. And Academy Sports and Outdoors has everything you need for the new year for less. Shop the latest styles from brands like Nike, Jordan, Wilson, Carhartt, and Birkenstock. Plus, check out our game-changing selection of backpacks. Save even more on the latest deals each week. Stop by your local store or shop academy.com. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Today we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
DQ presents how to make a blizzard treat even sweeter.
Just get a blizzard treat on Miracle Treat Day, July 31st, and help support kids like me, Ari. On Miracle Treat Day, $1 or more of each blizzard treat sold at participating locations benefits your local children's hospital. So treat yourself in the most meaningful way and support local kids like me on Miracle Treat Day at DQ, Thursday, July 31st. DQ, happy tastes good.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size, because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better when cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Hi, it's Mitch Holtis, voice of the Chiefs. Be a part of history by attending Chiefs training camp in St. Joseph, Missouri this summer and see the Chiefs up close. Make the trip to St. Joe something for you and your family to remember. Go to stjomo.com to view or download a free visitor guide and plan your trip. It's where the Pony Express started and Jesse James ended. That's stjomo.com for all the details to make your trip. Chiefs Training Camp in St. Joseph, Missouri will be one you'll never forget. Produced in cooperation with Visit Missouri.
Robsite Ford. Non-commissioned staff, low prices, best trade-ins, and the biggest selection. Visit robsite.com.
When it comes to buying a car, simple wins. Robsite Ford has the inventory, the trade values, and the non-commissioned team that puts you first. No pressure, just 4.8 stars on Google for a reason. ROBSIGHT.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
'Cause remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri signs 70 westbound heavy from 470 in towards Noland with the problem blocking the left lane. Looks like you got a stalled in through there. Belton 49 northbound, pretty heavy around Missouri 58 past that off of Ganonigan, slow into the Grandview Triangle. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
It's time for the College Football Report with Jay Binkley.
I'm still not sure I'm not Dusty's dad, but regardless.
On your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
Diving back into it with our guy, Jay Binkley, who loves two things, football and...
Boobs are great.
That's right.
Oh, wow, Jay, yeah.
Binkley, why were you trying to fight everybody like Joshua Simmons yesterday at practice?
You know, I just get tired of all the stuff. I'm kind of like, you know, you guys just played the Adam Shine thing and things like that, and Mahomes behind Lamar Jackson, where Mahomes is 4-1 in his career against Lamar Jackson. He's 4-0 against Josh Allen in the playoffs. Yet let's put him behind, considering no left tackle and no wide receivers last year. Let's put him behind that. So just like to remind people, I'm just tired of all the talking. I want the games to start, man.
Well,
I'm tired of NFL Live. I'm tired of NFL Network. I'm tired of the tweets on Twitter about T.J. Watt walking in with an oscillating tower fan at training camp. Let's go.
Oscillating tower fan. I mean,
yeah, that made news the other day.
Right.
That made news the other day because T.J. Watt was carrying in an oscillating tower fan into the dorms. I mean, that just riveting.
Did it say 96.5 on it?
No, it wasn't that kind of fan, Dustman.
But see, I make the case now we need to close these training camp practices. There's too much media coverage of this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's overblown stuff with everybody's being carted off, everybody's hurt, then everybody's not being carted off. They're tired and they're taking a ride up a hill, and then they're back in the next play. Like yesterday, every wide receiver got hurt.
Well, that's what it is, Bob, because they got carted off. Well, were you in the front of the cart or the back of the cart? Because that does make a difference.
Yep.
And also, are they going up just to use the restroom?
Yeah, which part of the cart was Neil Jones on?
Yeah, he's in the front, Dustman.
He is. Hey, Jay, before we get into Josh Simmons, because I think this is going to lead you there, you told me last night you think right now Harrison Butker is Brett Veach's greatest move yet to his date, his term as general manager. And look, I mean, I'm not going to argue you on that one. It's an unbelievable move, and people don't realize the value of Harrison Butker. Tell us why you think he is, and can Josh Simmons take over that role?
Well, I started thinking about it when the Honey Badger, retired. Because I remember, Dustman and I doing a show the night they signed the Honey Badger.
Yeah, I dropped the S word.
And people were, and the Honey Badger, people were like wondering what moves they were going to make. And he kind of, changed the culture of what Kansas City's defense was. Was he all about that title? I think Mahomes was obviously more important than that, but it did change the culture, and he changed the position from a versatile safety that can play corner, can do all these different things. Like Honey Badger transcended the way the teams look at defensive backs in the draft. So obviously that was on the list. The Orlando Brown trade with the Ravens, it was seen as a rival, and they get Orlando Brown, not the best tackle in the world, I get it, but they didn't have one. And they got one from a rival, and they got pick 58, which turned into Nick Bolton in that trade. Parker Enger for Charvarius Ward with the Cowboys. They became the corner. I think that was one of Brett Veach's best moves. But when Cairo Santos went down, and it was Brett Veach's first move, what to do, Carolina had drafted Harrison Butker in the 7th round. They were throwing him on the practice squad because they still had Graham Gano. And the Chiefs, with Veach and Dave Tobe, they was a kicker named Harrison Butker. They liked in college. They liked through the combine. They liked through the draft process. And they said, you know what? We think this is our guy. So they grabbed him off the practice squad, threw him on the Chiefs' 53-man roster, and he helped the Kansas City Chiefs get 3 Super Bowl rings. So, yeah, I think that was his best move. But if Josh Simmons works out, by far and away, his number one move that he's made. And I'll give the Chiefs training staff credit, too, because they deserve some. Because Trey Smith kind of went outside the norm of what the Kansas City Chiefs draft. It wasn't surefire. It took the training staff, saying, all right, we should draft this guy. We believe in him. And with Josh Simmons, that was the whole thing with the pick of Simmons was I didn't think he was going to be day one ready. And that was the thing. The Chiefs needed a day one tackle. That's what they needed because they tried to get at Kingsley in the previous draft. In the 2nd round, they get him. That didn't work out at left tackle. They had to get somebody, so somebody injured. But the training staff said, you know what? He's fine, just like they said about Trey Smith. So, yeah, when we talk about Andy Reid, when we talk about Patrick Mahomes, we talk about Brett Veach, and we talk about this dynasty, I think it's time to give the Chiefs training staff a lot of credit, too.
How much credit are you ready to give Karlaftis to step up another gear this year?
I love it, man. I just love his attitude. I like the way that the way he's going about his business. I like the way he just continually keeps to get better, and I think this is going to be his best year. Now, I think Matt McMullen had him getting 14 sacks this year. I'm going 12 sacks this year, but I love his motor. Same head coach in college that Ashton Gelati had, Jeff Brom, who went from Purdue to Louisville there, but just his motor, and I think he's very exciting, but he leaves plays on the field. Like, there are so many sacks that George Karlaftis could have had. I mean, still the pressures are way up there for George Karlaftis, but I cannot wait. I'm glad he got that contract extension. I'm a huge Karlaftis guy.
Jay, are you a huge Xavier Worthy breakout year guy this year?
You know what, I am. And just last year, we talked about a lot on character concerns. Like last year, just the guy that he was at Texas, and kind of people didn't believe in him because of his size, and yet he leads the Texas Longhorns. Yeah, the Texas freaking Longhorns led him in catches and yards for 3 straight seasons. In 2 out of those 3 years, he led them in touchdowns and was number 2. That year he wasn't number 1. But he proved toughness, man. Was he ready right away? No. I mean, there wasn't as much pressure on him because of having Hollywood Brown, who was the same skill set he is, having Rashee Rice. So even though he was the number 1 pick, first-round pick, he didn't have that pressure because those guys were there. Well, all of a sudden, they get hurt, and all of a sudden it's like step-up rookie. And his development from a guy that wasn't, getting the ball on the sidelines very well because he was out of bounds and not completely in it, to him getting the quarterback's trust and being, quote, the guy to try to lead the Chiefs to 3 straight Super Bowls, who led the Chiefs in yards and receptions throughout the postseason. And, yeah, he put up huge numbers in the Super Bowl. I get it. A lot of that was garbage time, but I don't care. He manned up when the Chiefs needed him most. And for him to come in year 2 when he's increased in toughness and physicality, I cannot wait for Xavier Worthy.
Binkley, I want to bring this up for you because I think the left tackle conversation is over. I think it's already been won. I think it is Simmons' position. It now shifts over 1 spot to the right. Who's going to be the starting left guard for you this year on the Chiefs opening day, week 1 against the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil?
I still think it's going to be Kingsley, to be honest with you. I still think it's going to be him. I know Jalen Moore, I think they're giving him some reps all over the place just for versatility. But I'll say this about Jalen Moore. Like, he went to Western Michigan as a tight end. Like, he was recruited as a tight end. I know he's left tackle by trade, and that's where he is, but it shows his versatility because this guy was a tight end when he went to Western Michigan, and they said, you know what, you're a tackle. But that just proves his versatility to be able to play everywhere across the line because he wasn't a natural left tackle in high school or anything else until he got to Western Michigan. So I like that. Kingsley, I think, is better suited at guard. Now, it did set the Chiefs back that they had to throw yet another first-round pick. Well, he was a second-round pick, but another high pick at a tackle in the draft. But just his size and the way he can move, because Kingsley could always move. He's one of those guys that's just a really athletic guy, and I think guard suits him well, to be honest with you. But I think it'll still be Kingsley at left guard and Jalen Moore behind him. But I love the way the line's looking, man. I mean, how can you not? Yeah. Patrick Mahomes needs this. Like, he needs this. As much as he needs receivers and receiving talent, and you keep giving him talent, he needs this offensive line to work. So, yeah, it's been fun to watch so far.
All right, Jay, before we let you get out of here, you're a voter in the AP Top 25. Your thoughts on the Big Ten wanting to do away with preseason polls?
No. What am I going to do then?
Right, exactly. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard somebody say. Fans love this stuff.
No, they do. And you know what? The Big 12 went away from the media poll this year because they had Arizona State last, and we saw how good they were last year, which I agree with them on that. But, no, these are the things that people argue about. I mean, people, hate top 25s and all that, yet we always reference them. We always talk about it. Well, they're the 8th-ranked team, the 9th-ranked team, and then the TV networks will say, hey, it's number 2 versus number 5. So, you know what? I still think there's a need for them because it gives us a barometer of how we view football teams going forward. Take it with a grain of salt if you want. Yes, the one at the end of the year matters the most, but I think, having it's like list top quarterbacks or whatever. We like these kind of things.
Yeah, of course we do.
I'm good with the top 25.
Yeah, I am as well. And the Big 12, if they don't like the way the media voted, stop having so many nondescript teams that nobody knows in your league, man.
Oh yeah. And just wait till the wait till the SEC snags Clemson and North Carolina and conference realignment shuffles yet again.
All right, Bink. Well, we'll get another day of camp under our belts today. We'll see who fights who, and we'll see on your Twitter account who you're fighting, Binkley. We appreciate the time. We'll talk to you.
It's all about being tired of people, Dust, man. That's all it is. That drives me nuts seeing what people are saying about the Chiefs.
I'll never let them see you sweat, Bink. We love you. We'll talk to you next Wednesday.
All right, fellas. Take care.
Bye, Jay.
Jay Binkley right there for you on a Wednesday. We'll get back to the poll question. We'll also talk about the Royals and what might be a surprising stat that you didn't know you knew. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control do such amazing work, and I want to let everybody know you should have them out at your house now to fix your lawn, just like they did for us. And the fall's going to be even better for us because they're going to start seeding that lawn and getting it ready for the fall so it looks even more beautiful coming up this spring. And that's what I like about Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They're always out there thinking and telling you what's next, and they've taken that away from us. We don't have to worry about fertilizing. We don't have to worry about when it's time to seed. We don't even have to worry about cutting the grass or weed eating anymore because the folks at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have removed all of that work from us. And now we're able to enjoy our outdoor space. We can sit outside under our mosquito dome that Aspen Lawn and Pest Control has put up and not have to worry about the mosquitoes and the ticks and the fleas and all that kind of stuff. It's been a great summer. You don't have to sit outside and swat flies anymore because the guys over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control put up that mosquito dome, and you should get that as well. If you love the outside of your yard and the house and sitting outside and enjoying that outdoor space, Aspen Lawn and Pest Control can help you enjoy it even more. And it protects your pets as well. Right now at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, they're going to give you up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. And they offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Why are you still paying interest? Reiselman Nissan just dropped 0% APR for 60 months on new Rogues, Muranos, and Pathfinders. Or stretch it, 1.9% for 72 months. Or 84 months at just 3.49%. Need torque? Grab a new Frontier and get up to $6,000 in total rebates. And if you're leasing, you pay no sales tax at Reiselman Nissan. 0. These are real deals, but they won't last. Tap over to ReiselmanNissan.com. Reiselman Nissan. Every customer, every time.
GiveMeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car. And now it's even better with the GiveMeTheVin.com Big Cash Giveaway. Give Me The Vin is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. Sell us your car to increase your odds of winning big cash. No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com.
The Other Place, Shawnee, Olathe, downtown Overland Park, Mission, and Belton. Come hang out on the patio and listen to some great live music at most locations Thursday through Saturdays. Enjoy some great food and also some incredible beer specials. Make The Other Place your summer headquarters. The Other Place and theotherplace.com.
When we're young, we take things for granted, like getting out of bed or even walking downstairs. But as we age, our knees and back and hips may start to prevent us from doing those normal everyday activities. And in the back of our minds, we're thinking, hey, this pain's going to go away. But nothing changes. It's time to call and schedule that free consultation with the medical pros at QC Kinetics. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. They turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies. No scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. So bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free no-pressure chat and through evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Grab the phone right now and give them a call. Appointments available on Saturday, 816-412-6299. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone.
Upgrade your learning experience during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor starting at $749.99. Supercharge your studies with features like real-time notes transcription, AI accelerated hardware to run multiple apps without slowing down, extended battery life, and more. That's the power of new AI PCs with Intel inside. Discover a smarter way to learn at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
At Target, back-to-school-a-days are here. What is back-to-school-a-days, you ask? We're talking 7 days of deals on looks and styles the kids will love, at prices you'll love even more. Because back-to-school at Target means getting all of the above. Through August 2nd, save 25% on select kids' clothes, with additional savings to round out their looks, including uniforms, leggings, polos, and activewear. Plus, their new favorite backpacks are 30% off. Happy back-to-school-a-days now through August 2nd, only at Target. Terms and conditions apply.
PickleCon presents pickleball like you've never seen it. PickleCon takes over Kansas City August 7th through 10th. Tournaments, clinics, puppy yoga, glow-in-the-dark play, and more. Register now at picklecon.com. Brought to you by America's largest pickleball festival, PickleCon.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, one contractor, all things parking lot. Missouri side 70 westbound gets heavy at 470, just crawls over past Lee Summit Road with the stalled blocking the left lane. The world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch every show, plus video clips and shorts, all right from your phone, desktop, or tablet. The Fan's YouTube channel at 965 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Diving right back into it. Hey, you know we're less than 2 months away from Blink-182, right?
Let's go.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. That's going to be amazing.
Somebody in the text line has a question for Bob and Mac. My 10-year-old wants to know where the British woman is this year.
Well, I think we can bring her back, and Matt can go through all the cliches and pull them, and we can start that up on Monday.
That's like, damn.
Yeah.
Because you've been actually talking about that for the last couple of days.
Come on, man.
You've been like, it's summer, man. Where's the British woman?
Yeah, I've wondered the same thing.
Well, I mean, she'll be there just fine, and so we'll send a telegram overseas where you can get the most delicious fish and chips in the world. Which, by the way, where do you think you get the best fish and chips in Kansas City? Because a friend of ours, told me that she's on a fish and chips kick right now, and I'm like, I wonder where the best fish and chips are in Kansas City. Culver's does.
I mean, dude, have you ever had their cod?
Yes,
it's insane.
Go get the walleye sandwich at Culver's too.
Seasonal.
Yeah, it is. I know, this is the season.
Don't sleep on, and this is weird. Don't sleep on Red Robin's fish.
Seriously,
I'm dead serious, dude. It was a very popular item because we'd have a lot of Catholics come in on Friday,
right,
with like a business lunch or something like that. When I used to work there way back in the day. And they would get the fish and chips, and their tartar sauce is amazing.
Oh, the tartar sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they would just take that malt vinegar.
See, I'm out on the malt vinegar. That makes me throw up, man. It smells like feet to me.
See, I use Tabasco.
Ooh.
Yeah. So kind of the same concept.
We've talked about the Chipotle Tabasco, right?
That's right. Smoked.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, come on now.
God.
You used to steal it all the time.
I mean, that's money in the bank right there. We were talking about it on the lake, and I'm like, I forgot I had that in the refrigerator. I went home the other day. I was putting it on everything. I was just making stuff to put that sauce on, man.
Chipotle Tabasco?
Chipotle, smoked Chipotle Tabasco. Yeah.
I used to
smash.
I was really bad, and I know I'm not the only one. Text line, I know you're there too.
Yeah.
Used to get your burrito to go, and then you go over and grab napkins for it, turn your head one way or the other.
Well, that was back in the day,
and then you walk right out.
Everybody swiped that.
Yeah.
The stealing of the Tabasco or the stealing of the soda, like getting the water cup and filling it up with soda. Like those people.
I never did do that.
I
will say that.
I did that in high school. We all did that in high school, and because that's when the first time that actually came out where you did that's how old I am. Like before they would fill the. I think they're back to that now at like some of these places now where they don't give you the free refills because people abuse it. But I went to Cava yesterday, delicious lunch with my friend Britt yesterday, and the woman said, I said I just have a water, and she goes, "Oh, I'll give you a free soda if you put a Google review up." I'm like, I don't want a soda. I just wanted water. You know,
turn it into tea.
Yeah, but she said that as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the mood for anything like that. I just wanted water. I just got worked out at the J. I'm like, I'm getting all swole and everything, and I'm like, I just want some water. But you see people stealing it all the time now too. Now they switch cups, so they know they pry, they know.
Asking you shall receive. Southside Fish and Chips, top notch.
Oh, Southside, yeah.
Jay's on Prospect.
Okay.
Long John Silver.
I thought we lost Long John Silver's.
Fish Market in Liberty.
Okay.
And then Off the Food Truck. Or Off the Hook.
Okay, yeah, I've had that. That is good.
Where's that at?
I've had a food truck off the hook in Wyoming, but I'm sure they have multiple food trucks everywhere.
I'm sure it's not even affiliated. It's probably,
you don't think?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Captain's Corner in Smithville. You got to take a drive.
Yeah.
Or you can go to Arthur Treacher's.
Arthur Treacher's. There it is.
It's not the same cod.
Again, I was down in the Arthur Treacher's well the other day because I was sending you about Rax and Mr. Delicious, right? And if you don't know who Mr. Delicious is, he was a character that this company named Rax Roast Beef hired to promote their thing. And he's talking about having a vasectomy in the commercials and then he's talking about his wife leaves him. It's like the most depressing Eeyore of a man. It's like the guy at training camp that doesn't want Josh Simmons to be good, right? I don't know. And so this Mr. Delicious guy was this advertising figure for Rax, and again, it led me to Arthur Treacher's, and I was, going through and seeing how they screwed it up. They got rid of the cod.
Mm-hmm. Asking you shall receive is what I would say to this next topic.
1-0 pitch. And he bombs one right field deep to the wall. Acuna looking up. It's gone. Pasquantino. And with that one swing, Vinny Pasquantino not only records his 18th home run, but he underlines very graphically the big problem for Eric Fetty as a starting pitcher this season.
Go ahead and destroy bad pitching with your hitting. So far, since the All-Star game, the Royals have played 11 games. They are 6-5. They're averaging 5.8 runs in these 11 games, and they're also giving up 5 runs per game. So whereas the pitching has kind of started to dissipate, the offense has started to appreciate.
Right.
And we've seen that because they are scoring runs. They've had games where they've scored 9, 7, 4, 4, 5, 8, 12, 7. Now, there are 2 duds in there, the 0 and a 1.
Right.
But again, the offense has finally arrived. 2 games under 500, 4 games on the wild card. Are we still hanging on to hope because it is about a 10% chance they make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's 11.8% is what the Athletic had yesterday, at, give or take a percentage point. But if you want exact numbers, right?
Yeah,
and so,
12%.
Yeah, basically a 12% chance of making it
but
to the
with
playoffs.
Bubic out and Cags on the DL and Reagan still out.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say this is a playoff team right now. Now, look, we still have 24 plus 12 from 11 hours, so we got like 33 hours until the trade deadline.
And I noticed on my ticket last night is game 55 at home.
Oh, okay.
So there's less than 30 games left at home.
And Vern was talking about it yesterday a little bit. The second third of the season completed yesterday, and the Royals, I think, finished 6 games under 500 in the second third of the season, which is a big drop off from where they were. I think they were 4 games over, obviously, and then they're 6 games under. That's why they're 2 under right now of 500. So the first third of the season, they played 4 games over 500. The next third of the season, they played 6 games under 500. But here we are. We still have a third of the season to go. But still, you're looking like, okay, this is Atlanta right now, and Acuna going down last night, man. Like, I want to cry. I mean, that guy.
He was crying last night.
I know.
It sucks.
I want to cry for him. I hate when great players get injured. And if you don't know, he probably blew his Achilles, is what they're saying. And that's what he kind of said after the game, too.
He said he felt it running home on Monday, but didn't want to miss any games because he felt like he'd missed too much time. And that's a dude on a losing team.
Yep.
Like, that gives you a lot of respect. Now, obviously, there's going to be some, blowhards and be like, well, if he felt hurt and they're not winning anything, why would you just not sit down and get healthy? You're not an athlete. You don't have that fire and desire to go out there and play and be a brotherhood of your team.
Well, that's the thing. It's the brotherhood of being there for your guys.
Sucks. He's one of the best players in baseball.
It's awful, man. I effing hate this. The older I get, the more I hate seeing star players get injured, right? Because you appreciate as you age what these guys are able to do. And as when you're younger, you probably don't know, it's fine, no big deal, it's whatever. But I like watching Ronald Acuna Jr. play. I think baseball needs Ronald Acuna Jr. to be out there playing and being really good, right? It sucks that he went down. And so you're beating up, right now in the Braves, doing what you're supposed to do, beating up on Fetty Wap last night and taking care of business and then putting up the 6th spot or whatever it was in the 6th inning. Beautiful. Way to go. But now you've got Toronto and Boston coming up for these next 6 days on the road. And so that's going to be a difficult task for this organization, but I'm still interested to see what they're going to do at the trade deadline. Like, are they going to make some more moves? Are they going to go get some more offensive help right now? It's hard to say a team is a playoff team when they're still under 500. If you're over 500, you're in the conversation. Under 500 right now, you're still kind of on that outside, looking in. And so the Athletic was suggesting yesterday, and I want to know what you guys think about this. It says, Kansas City playoff odds aren't completely dead, but much like Cleveland and Minnesota, barring some kind of miracle, an October appearance seems doubtful. Instead, the club should prioritize the health of its pitching staff that has the potential to be one of the league's best for the next several seasons. And their suggestion was basically start shutting guys down. Now, I'm not in that ilk right now. I don't think that's the right move to do. Noah Cameron's getting ready to top, his most innings pitched. Bubic is done for the year. Reagan's is out. Lorenzen is out. You've got these injuries. And so their suggestion was, in a couple of weeks, start dialing it back and shutting these guys down. Now, if you're 6 games under 500, Dusty, I'm good with that, right? But as long as you still have a fighting chance, you can't start shutting down your pitchers. What's that going to say to the rest of your team?
Right. And then you've got Bobby Witt Jr. I know a lot of people have said, he's having a down year. Hitting 289 right now. 36 doubles, 3 triples, 15 home runs, 58 RBIs, which is kind of, really down from the year past. But it's crazy to think that he's having a down year, and that's where we're at.
Yeah,
and he's still a stud.
He is. And I was looking at the All-Star odds, whatever it was I was looking at yesterday. Like MLB put like your top 5 contenders for the American League, also for the American League MVP up. And I'm like, I wonder if Bobby's in this. And it's chosen by a panel of MLB.com experts. So this is legit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they have Aaron Judge, which I hate to break it to you right now. Cal Raleigh's your kind of leader in the clubhouse, I think anyway. And he comes in at number 2. Jose Ramirez, number 3. Scooble 4, and Bobby Witt Jr. number 5 in the AL MVP race. I'm like, that's really cool to see, because even in a down year when the team is below 500 and really not challenging, for a postseason berth, Bobby Witt has developed that street cred. Like, those offensive linemen who always make the Pro Bowl because everybody knows they're good regardless of what they do? Mm-hmm. That's where Bobby Witt's now. He's in the arrived category. And I thought that was the biggest thing that I took away from that. I'm like, Bobby Witt's now in the arrived category. Everybody around baseball knows this is one of the great players in the game. And even in a quote-unquote down year where the team isn't winning, he's still a top 5 MVP candidate. That tells you how good that guy is and how much everybody knows that dude has arrived on the scene, man.
According to DraftKings, there's only 6 players ahead of Bobby Witt Jr. with better odds to win MVP. Aaron Judge, who was a foregone conclusion was over, is now only minus 160. Cal Raleigh plus 130. Jose Ramirez, as you had mentioned, plus 7,000. Tarek Skubal, who you mentioned as well, also plus 7,000. Here's a name.
Skubal win the MVP and Cy Young?
He could. Nick Kurtz is 5th in odds at plus 1,000, tied with Corey Seager at 6, and then Bobby Witt Jr. after that. So Nick Kurtz, the rookie, up there.
You and I were talking a lot about him last night, and man, being that 4th overall pick, where did we say he went to school? Like San Diego State or someplace like that?
He went to some like baseball school in Tennessee.
Okay.
It's like basically like Southwest Baptist.
Oh,
in
like
Missouri,
the University
like
of Tennessee is a baseball school, right? The Volunteers?
Yeah, but I mean, it's more so like a small like branch school.
Because they're not a football school at Tennessee, I can tell you that.
Come
right
on.
Now.
Don't forget, a week from tomorrow is Travis Kelce Appreciation Day here on 96.5 The Fan with this show, 8-7, representing Mr. 8-7. We come back, we talk about the receivers on this roster. It's a conversation we do every year, plus we get back to the poll question. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you what, my friend Dawn Sharp is absolutely awesome, and she can help you through any kind of process that you need when it comes to selling your home. Like maybe it's navigating today's real estate market when you haven't moved in over 2 decades. That's what happened with Michael and Patricia. They've been living in their beautiful home in Parkwood Hills for over 25 years. But as they're getting older, like a lot of us, they realized they needed to downsize, but they're nervous. They hadn't bought or sold a home in over 2 decades, and the market had changed drastically. That's when they decided to meet with the Sharp Homes team. The team immediately put Michael and Patricia at ease and developed a plan to help them find a suitable home before listing their current house. They worked tirelessly to find the perfect little ranch home where the couple could envision spending their retirement years. And now it was time to put their home on the market. They held 2 open houses, and by Sunday evening, there were multiple offers to choose from. Michael and Patricia ended up getting over their asking price. And that's what the Sharp Homes team can do for you. In fact, the Sharp Homes team can give you options. If you want to skip those showings and open houses and go straight to sold, contact them to discuss their instant offer program. Contact the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home. It's Dawn Sharp with the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. And they're so easy to find. Just go to Google and type in Sharp Homes Team. That's Sharp Homes Team.
Why buy your next vehicle at New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola? Simple. Honest guys that don't need to add big city overhead into the price. Search New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to see the complete inventory.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air.
Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life, and fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Heartland Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Today, we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
49 northbound in Grandview, pretty heavy from Missouri 150 up past Harry S. Truman with a problem around Blue Ridge Boulevard. Accident reporting there. Southbound lanes also slow coming down from Longview Road. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Steps in on the daily. That's what they tell us to do here.
That's right. They got all these signs around the office basically telling us how to stay in shape. And you know what? They work. I'm not going to lie. I get up now every break and I walk around the building, get a little movement going. That's what you got to do.
Follow the arrows. You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5. The band. The band is back together. The three-man band. Bob, Mac, Dusty here with you. Of course, it is a Wednesday.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
All right. We asked the question, will Josh Simmons be the best left tackle since Willie Rofe? Yes or no?
How we doing, guys?
I'm going to go check it out now. Mac, have you voted to see the actual results?
I have not.
Has Binkley voted?
No, he's still fighting with people. I just went and told Kramer, I was like, did you see what Binkley was doing last night on Twitter? He goes, someone had to have struck Bink's nerve. Love when he gets fired up.
Oh, everybody loves it. It's great. It's free entertainment.
So the poll question is in. Fescoe and Dusty poll, is Josh Simmons going to be the best left tackle since Willie Rofe? 80.6% have said yes.
Wow, that's less than what we had last week. And last week's poll question, I don't even remember what it was, but it was an overwhelming runaway. And it was like, should the Chiefs, play this season or something, yes or no? And like 90% said yes, and 10% were like no.
Should the Chiefs play this season?
I forget. It was something so ridiculous that,
I can't remember.
But it was like a runaway. But this is not as big a runaway as last week's poll question was. That's what I'm trying to remember what the hell last week's poll question was. Salvi. It was signing Salvi to the picking up Salvi's team option that the team still has yet to do, and they still need to do that. So yeah, people were in favor of that. And look, Josh Simmons is most likely going to be the best left tackle since Willie Rofe, and there's not a lot to compare it to. But that's still a good thing to say. Yeah, he's going to be the best left tackle since Willie Rofe. And if you voted no in that poll, who are you saying is, in your opinion, better than where Josh Simmons is right now? Like, because it's like, do you think, right? It was, do you think Josh Simmons will be the best? If you don't think that, well, what's holding you back from thinking that Josh Simmons is going to be the best left tackle since Willie Rofe?
Is Josh Simmons going to be the best Chiefs left tackle since Willie Rofe? Same thing. 80-20 is where we're at. Yes versus no. We have one response in the poll.
Okay.
The Twitter handle is Poontang56. It says there's a long way to go before we even start talking about him being better than Fisher. And the graphic of their handle is Mr. Garrison from South Park.
Mr. Garrison. Drugs are bad, okay?
Well, that's Mr. Mackey, but yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Mr. Garrison's like,
Mr. Garrison!
Yeah, jizz. So yeah, there's at least one that says we have to wait till he gets to Fisher. That's a fair point. Interesting handle on your Twitter account there. But don't forget, you can join 96.5 The Fan live at Hollywood Casino on Friday, August 8th. Cody and Gold plus The Drive will be broadcasting live from the sportsbook inside Hollywood Casino. We will be registering fans to win a signed Chiefs Charles Omenihu football, plus a pair of tickets to the Chiefs and Colts game. Be sure to follow Hollywood Casino on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and enter their giveaway on August 7th for a chance to win $100 pin cash on August 8th every hour from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then again, next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, we have 8-7 day where we do all things Travis Kelce. So it will literally be focused all around that with interviews, topics, highlights, phone calls, texts, whatever you want, as we appreciate Mr. 87. But again, not a wide receiver, but a tight end. But the conversation that happens every single year. How many receivers will make this team?
Coach, how many receivers do you plan on keeping on the roster this year?
6. You think?
Yeah, listen. You asked me that last year.
Yeah, so we know of 5, right? So it's one spot that's getting fought for.
We're worried about who's going to be the 6th wide receiver on the team.
Love that, because we have Rice, Worthy, Juju, Hollywood,
Jalen Royals.
And then it's either Remigio.
Yep.
It's what's another one?
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore. Oh, come on.
I mean, we're about the 6th wide receiver on this roster. We got other problems.
If you want to know if Sky Moore is making this team or not, he's getting reps with Gardner Minshew. Writings on the wall.
Yeah, who was it? There was somebody getting reps with the ones yesterday with Patrick Mahomes. It was Jalen Royals, or maybe it was Remigio.
Tyquan Thornton, maybe?
Thornton. It's somebody's name. Somebody, who cares? But it wasn't Sky Moore is what I'm getting at, and that's a good point by Dusty. Like, if you're out there running with Gardner Minshew or whoever the third quarterback is on the roster and whatnot, you're probably not going to make this team. The thing that you really hope about Sky Moore is it's somebody that you can flip to another team. Somebody loses a wide receiver. Somebody needs, a decent enough wide receiver that was a second-round pick that, we like this guy coming out of college, but we didn't get him in the draft. Kind of a reclamation project. You hope there's somebody out there like that where you can maybe trade Sky Moore and get a 7th-round draft pick back in return, or, bag of baseballs, as they like to say. So that's what you're hoping with Sky Moore, is that ultimately he becomes a guy that you can find another team needs him, you can deal him, you can get a pick back in return. Nothing spectacular for Sky Moore. But, I mean, if we're talking about the 6th wide receiver on this roster, I mean, like what are we doing here? I mean, it's going to come down to whether or not these front 4 guys produce. And if they don't and they get injured, well, then Patrick Mahomes is going to have to work his magic yet again. And Mahomes has shown us over the years it really doesn't matter who he's throwing the football to except for Kadropius Toney. And other than that, Patrick Mahomes has made it work with every wide receiver that he put out there. So who's going to be the 6th wide receiver? I could care less who the 6th wide receiver is going to be, because Patrick Mahomes is going to make that guy look like the 1st wide receiver, because that's how good he is at that quarterback position.
I would say we should care a little more, because we know Rashee Rice is going to be suspended for a certain amount of games, and there's got to be somebody that you can hope
So that
can
6th
grab.
becomes that 5th, that 7th. Yep.
Yeah, so there's somebody that you hope that can grab, 3 to 4 targets per game.
Do you
and
really
hope-
think the 6th guy's even going to be active on game day?
Well, they will, because Rice won't be active.
Well, no, but I mean, but you don't have to have 6 wide receivers. Maybe you have 5 wide receivers active, activate an extra running back or something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That 5th guy that's activated will be the 6th guy that makes the roster.
Yeah, I mean, but
for
I
the
mean,
first 4 to 6 weeks or whatever that suspension
Yeah.
is, that they said was going to be ramped up since they expedited the court hearing, which I'm still waiting for that.
Cole Hardman was the 5th wide receiver in this offense for a long time. You saw a lot of him. Justin Watson, 4th, 5th, and even 6th wide receiver. Those guys mean a lot to the Chiefs offense. They're kind of another X wide receiver, and there are a lot of distractions for what now will be Hollywood Brown, Xavier, and Rashee Rice. They stretch the field. They're usually fast guys in the Chiefs offense. They're going to be on the field whether you like it or not, and I hope we at least like it more than we've liked it in the past.
Well, yeah, but it's one of those things, like, I'm not losing any sleep over this. The left tackle position got fixed. I got Patrick Mahomes. Give me anybody.
For sure. For sure. I just really hope it's not Sky Moore.
Somebody
I don't think it will be.
I don't think so. I think that ship is sailed.
No,
I think he's just here to maybe. I think what they're doing with Sky Moore in camp is to give him some sort of reels for other teams that might be like, I'll take a chance. I'll maybe see if it works with us, because it hasn't worked here. It's not going to work here.
My parking lot reels would have me a better chance.
I mean, there's reels on Instagram that have a better chance at making a team than Sky Moore. But what about the 3rd running back? Because that's a conversation I think is worth meriting. Right? Like, somebody on the text line says, will the 6th wide receiver be saved by Tube? Because
it's usually what it comes down to, right? Who's going to return kicks?
All right,
right?
Dave,
Yeah.
which one of these 2 do you want? The other one's getting out of here. And then you have from the 660, you have a playmaker and a coach. Harmon did not play X. LOL.
Gotcha.
That's a good text right there.
Love it,
Do we have
love
the
it, love
thanks
it.
coach available? Right? Who knows what position these guys are playing? Honest to God, you're not sitting there at Arrowhead on Sunday going, "Oh my God, that guy lined up as the X and this guy lined up as the
yes,
Y."
there are.
And if you are saying that, I don't want to be around you. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm going
not my cup of tea.
I'm going to find out where anybody else in the entire damn stadium is sitting.
Hey, that guy's passed out up there. This guy's tripping over himself here. That guy's. I'd rather sit by any of them.
I'd rather
than
sit
somebody
next-
telling me who's playing the X position.
Would you rather sit next to somebody who's like, yeah, he's in the Y, he's in the Z, or sit next to the guy that was the Yankees game with his girlfriend up in the upper deck?
Oh, clearly.
yeah.
When you said Yankees, I was thinking about the doofuses that sat behind us.
Oh,
you know?
no.
And I'm like, I'd rather sit by them, too, than the guy who's breaking out his alleged playbook at the game in the crowd, telling me who's playing what position. That's like the guy at the baseball game who's calling pitches, you know? I think he should go with a slider here. I think a slider works nicely on this guy in this pitch. You know, the 2-2 slider on the back door, he can't hit that. He should throw. Who the hell cares? Enjoy the damn game.
My bad on Nick Kurtz. He went to Wake Forest. I apologize for that. So he was there with Chase Burns, the pitcher that's got stud for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, every year, I get it, the 6th wide receiver is important for this team because of what could be coming when it happens to be the suspension of Rashee Rice. But,
Yeah, listen, everybody's important.
and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Challenge.
But I do think it's interesting that Binkley thinks Worthy could have a breakout year, because Worthy yesterday made Johnson look kind of foolish.
He did. I mean, Worthy yesterday made Najee Johnson, man. He beat Johnson twice, and the Chiefs actually put out this video yesterday. I mean, when you see Worthy out there beating Johnson like he did, it's comical. He made Johnson look soft and weak yesterday, Dusty. I mean, just the moves that Worthy put on Johnson, the way that he was dancing around out there. Johnson dropped his pants on one of those plays. I mean, he had Worthy, he couldn't figure him out. And then there was one play where Johnson was all over Worthy, right? Did you see that one? And Worthy still went up and high-pointed that ball and brought it back down. But the one at the goal line where he made Johnson just look like a rookie, like a college player, like a high school player, I went, man, if Xavier Worthy's doing that on Sunday and he's doing that in space to Najee Johnson, it's a pretty good player. Imagine what he can do for the rest of the NFL.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1,
2, 3.
Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
All right, staying on the gridiron, we're going to go to Jimmy Haslam over in Cleveland talking about the Shedeur Sanders. We've got a couple things from Browns owner Jimmy Haslam. This is him talking about the Shedeur Sanders pick and kind of saying, you know, it wasn't my pick.
If you'd have told me, you see, we picked him on Saturday, right? Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would say that's not happening. But we had a conversation early that morning, and then we had a conversation later that day. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call. Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur. Just like who's going to start or what play we're going to call is Kevin's call. But that's Andrew's call. He made the call. And you obviously...
I think it's Andrew's call.
Yeah, good. I mean, you hired the guy to do a job. You let him do the job, and you let everybody know. I think what Jimmy Haslam is doing, because he has such a bad reputation about, I mean, just everything that he's done has been done horribly with that Cleveland franchise and whatnot, and everything else that's gone on with Jimmy Haslam over the years. I don't think he ever gets the benefit of the doubt, but that's him separating himself from his general manager right there and letting everybody know. If this doesn't work out, he picked him, you know, so the blame goes on him. That's him separating himself from that.
I would just say it's Browns, right? Like,
Yeah,
this
well,
is
yeah,
just the absolute S-storm that is consistently the Cleveland Browns, giving Deshaun Watson all that money.
Yep.
Watson, yes!
And, you know, kind of ruining the league and making everybody look at them as like a bunch of idiots. Then all of a sudden you got this guy coming out here, Haslam, being like, well, what'd my pick?
Yeah,
it's Andrew's
That's
pick.
his. I mean, you want to know. Fans want to know. They want the behind the scenes. He picked him, not me.
It's like when Skidmark comes out of the bathroom in Dumb and Dumber, and he's like, "Who threw the salt?" Like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What me, dude? So when it fails, like,
But I also look. If you're going to be the owner of a franchise, you hire these guys to do their job. You let them do their job. If you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. But at least he didn't get in the way of this one and say, "Here's Deshaun Watson," because he clearly did that one and it didn't go well. I didn't do this one.
be like JJ being like, "Hey, he said CAG should come up. What me? That was Sherman's call." Oh, okay. Yeah. Total one word. Browns.
Well, he wasn't done talking. They asked him about
boy.
Arch Manning, which has just been a top story, and we're not even to college football season yet. He said, well, you might want to hold your horses on Arch Manning.
You get paid by how many hits you get, okay? And I think if you know the Manning family, I would bet that, and I don't know Arch at all, okay? I bet he stays in college 2 years, so I don't even think that's worth discussing. So
I love that comment by Jimmy Haslam, basically ending a narrative before the college football season starts that everybody wants to be a narrative. Who's playing for Arch Manning? And he said right there, if you know the Manning family, they don't leave after, the first year.
It's true.
And that's the track record. Peyton, Eli, and Arch is probably going to do the same thing. I love the fact that Jimmy Haslam basically ended a narrative right there for the entire media this college football season. He took away your low-hanging fruit. Find another quarterback that's going to come out because it doesn't look like Arch Manning is going to come out. And I think that's the right decision to make.
I mean, yeah, I would say nipped. Is that the one word I would say? Like, I'm not going to sit here and take these questions all day, all night, every single time. It's like when Clark Hunt was asked about the stadium the other day. He's like, yeah, no, still got 2 locations. I'm not going to say anything more than that because I know these things can change overnight.
Yep.
And everybody else is like, okay, so how do you feel about the team this year? And it's like, that's what you want. That's the perfect kind of PR polished answer you want to give people because that's the way the business goes. And if Arch Manning does stay, which he should, he's in Austin, Texas. He's a stud. He's getting laid probably every night that he wants.
And you get
he's
the money
making
now.
a ton of money,
Yeah.
and it's fully guaranteed. And you can live your best life. Like, your dads can tell you, your dad and your uncle and your other uncle can tell you, and your grandfather can be like, hey, man, you're going to make the NFL. Enjoy college because we did, and it's fun. Maybe you can go win a national title, and then you could add more and more clout to your name. So I totally agree. Why not leave early?
Imagine if he wins the national championship at Texas. What kind of street cred that dude would have?
That would be tight Sarks fans would be.
I mean, you talk about the Knicks and their effect on the NBA and stuff in New York in general. Texas in college football.
It would be huge. And I was covering the Longhorns when they got Chris Sims years ago as their quarterback, and that was a big deal, right? And he never amounted, obviously, to what we think Arch Manning can do. But I remember when he came in, people were so excited. Oh my God, Chris Sims and the difference a quarterback at Texas makes. And if Arch Manning goes out there and they win the SEC this year and they play for the national championship, I mean, I'm going to tell you something, man. That guy's going to be able to write his ticket. And why wouldn't you come back for one
And
more
you know
year
who
after
Texas'
that?
first game is this year?
Ohio State.
There we go, baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
August 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Hopefully
day.
it's nice out because we'll be on the Fescoe deck.
That's fine. Put
God,
it down.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there
Put
you
it
go.
down.
Fescoe
No,
Johnson. We
yeah.
Put it down.
It's
The
an 11
Fescoe.
a.m. game, too, which is really
Good.
good. Yeah,
Perfect. They're at
it's
9.
perfect. Yeah.
Get that Blackstone ready for breakfast.
Yeah. All right. I can do that.
Right.
That's actually a good idea.
a great
Let's plan
idea.
Why
it.
not?
Put it
Yeah,
down.
great
Yeah.
Not my house.
yeah, exactly. Get
Not
the
mine
bacon,
either.
Dusty.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'll get
Yeah.
some of that center cut bacon that they have.
Cincinnati Bengals, some good news for their fans, and Drew Nixon. Trey Hendrickson did show up yesterday. He didn't want to take the $50,000 fine that may have amassed every day. One word?
I would say, you said smart. I would say stupid for showing up and giving in. Usually when you have these fines, they work themselves out. You know, you can kind of negotiate not paying those.
Didn't Chris Jones's fines get?
Yeah, but the Chiefs didn't agree with like negotiating them out. Not all of them, I don't think. I think they waived some of them and whatnot. Like
They added incentives to erase.
Yeah,
that's
right. That's why he was so excited to get that $1 million incentive because he didn't have to pay that money back
I'm
to
no
the
longer
team.
in debt.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You made that final credit card payment. Woohoo! Here, let me charge it. You know,
and I'll get a new one.
Yeah, so I think it like you got to hold your ground on this one, man. They need you. But these guys start to get a little bit itchy, man. It's time to start playing football, and they want to get out there and make their money this year. And he's hoping the good faith will bring the Cincinnati Bengals around. I would say if it was another organization, maybe. We're talking about the Bengals here. When have they ever showed good faith in anything?
Well, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. And then what? They also paid their Shamir.
Yeah, Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, Shamir Stewart.
Yep.
He's there. So, I mean, I think it's smart for Trey because then you can also put more clout into your corner and be like, hey, I could have held out. I could have done all this. I didn't. I'm here. I believe in it. I know that may be just like, horseshoes and hand grenades when it comes to the all-be-all with the contract.
Yeah.
But, I mean, get out there because the worst thing you want is to get out there in the regular season and get hurt because you're out of shape.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, you think about, too, being there for your guys and whatnot, and they're going through training camp, and everybody knows training camp sucks and stinks.
Yeah.
And if they're going through it and you're not, there's a little bit of resentment there.
Yeah.
One word, Raiders defensive tackle Adam Butler had this to say about Christian Wilkins. This whole situation has gotten super weird since the Adam Schefter reporting on Pat McAfee. Very vague reporting about him possibly kissing the head of a teammate, and now other people saying it was more than that. This is what Adam Butler had to say yesterday on Christian Wilkins.
A lot of controversy around the defensive line group after the release of Christian Wilkins. How have you seen your unit be able to leave that as just outside noise and hone in on your craft?
Yeah, we pretty much just kind of moved on from the situation. I really don't want to comment further on it. But I will say that, whatever you're going through as a person, athlete, non-athlete, whoever, whatever your struggle is, if you got something going on in life, just, talk to somebody. Get some therapy. Whatever your deal is your deal. Somebody out there in this world full of billions of people is willing to listen. They're willing to listen, hear you out, and help you work through whatever you need to work through. But don't make any hasty decisions. Get help.
Okay, I'm just going to refrain. That's the word I'm going to use because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
here.
no one does.
You can't find, it's all just kind of rumor, innuendo, suggestions, vague. Maybe people are making, I don't know. So I'm just going to use the word refrain because I have no idea what's going on. And I have no idea what that question was. Can you please play that gentleman's question again to the man that answered?
A lot of controversy around the defensive line group after the release of Christian Wilkins. How have you seen your unit be able to leave that as just outside noise and hone in on your craft?
Okay, what kind of question is that? Ask the question that you want to know. What's the vibe now with this Christian Wilkins thing? Can you tell us what's going on? How's your unit handling this? Well, that's a personal question, first of all.
You can't do that in this situation. Like, God. Yeah, I mean, weird. I think you said it earlier. Like, the whole situation's weird. Like, there's now videos that are getting out into the league that he's touching guys.
Yes, all
in
these
tackles.
videos are surfacing
back
of
at Clemson
tackles.
even years ago.
Yeah. Apparently, Josh Allen got sideways with this guy when he was playing with the Dolphins. The Clemson videos are surfacing like every commercial break. I've got a friend sending me a different one of something that, they've got on. Look, I have no idea.
Me either.
What's going on with this guy, what the situation is. Quite honestly, I don't want to know.
And, but it sounds like a Raider problem. And, they got to get that.
Yeah, I mean, like this is Raidering, right? I mean.
Welcome to Vegas. Coming up on the other side, that is One Word with Mac Maury. This is Fescoe and Dusty. Coming up, sports disappointment. It was a meme yesterday or a graphic yesterday, and they gave us a couple of them to look at. We ask you on the text line when we read them on the other side, which one you'd rather see. 913-586-7965. This unit will return on the other side on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, as we get ready to head into the fall, a lot of people are thinking about back to school and a lot of expenses that you have with back to school, whether it's that college tuition, maybe you got high school tuition, back to school supplies, maybe you've got a wedding that you need to pay money for, or maybe you just got other added expenses that you picked up over the summer, whether it was a vacation or maybe you did some home repairs and you're thinking to yourself, man, I need a little bit of a break to be able to pay some of these bills off. Well, my friends over at Golden Oak can help you out because they're going to give you that free mortgage checkup and let you know where you stand when it comes to your mortgage. And this free mortgage checkup at Golden Oak Lending is risk-free, no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a conversation. You call the folks at Golden Oak and you tell them exactly where you are, and then you tell them where you want to go, and they'll be listening the entire time, taking notes to try to figure out if they've got a mortgage that's better than the one that you're currently in. If they do, they'll let you know about it, and if they don't, they'll say, hey, let's get back in touch in about 6 months and see if things have changed. Right now, with Golden Oak Lending, the average cash-out customer saves $1,104 per month, and when you refinance, you can skip 2 mortgage payments as well. So you can go right into the fall without having to make a mortgage payment until the leaves start falling off those trees. Get in touch with them today. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
It's the summer sales event at Robside Ford. Your chance to upgrade without the stress. Robside joins me now. Rob, what's the offer?
0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on nearly the entire Ford lineup.
That's a serious summer deal.
Sure is. And unlike your brisket last weekend, these deals aren't dry.
Okay, that's fair. These savings are definitely juicy.
And we're backing it up with 2 years of complimentary maintenance, a non-commissioned sales team, and top trade-in values.
No pressure. No gimmicks at Robside Ford. The way car buying should be.
We're Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 Google reviews, and a better experience from start to finish.
So skip the smoke and the dry meat. This summer, start at Robside Ford.
135th and State Line or robsighc.com. 0% financing, $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Robside Ford. Buy right. Drive happy. And next time, maybe stick to potato salad.
Hey, it's Rex here with RexBuysKC.com, your local KC home buyer. If you own a property in the Kansas City or surrounding area and want to sell it fast and at a fair price, write this number down, 816-330-6000. I'm a private real estate investor, not some hedge fund or large national chain. My family and I live right here in KC. I can pay cash and close on your timeline, even in as little as 3 days. Here at RexBuysKC.com, we are improving Kansas City one house at a time. I buy inherited houses, vacant houses, foreclosure houses, behind in payment houses, my tenant won't pay the rent houses, and properties that need complete rehabs. Do you own a house that's trashed and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at this number, 816-330-6000. That's 816-330-6000. Or go to RexBuysKC.com. That's RexBuysKC.com. And I look forward to working with you.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying ported. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Payout via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Ring the bell. We've done it again. Golden Oak Lending has lowered rates to 4.875% fixed. While other lenders are talking about high interest rates, we're dropping rates. And we can get it done for you in as little as 14 days. Golden Oak Lending has just secured several $1 million that we can offer you as fixed-rate mortgages for 4.875%. Lower your monthly payment, get cash out, pay off credit cards, and best of all, make no mortgage payments for 2 months. It's fast and easy. Our debt consolidation customers save an average of $1,104 every month. And at Golden Oak, you never pay for your appraisal up front. Lock in this incredible 4.875% rate now before it's too late and say goodbye to those high-interest credit card rates. Call 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Landing cured my blues.
5.81 APR, FHA, 15-year, 20% equity, qualified credit. Additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 70 westbound, heavy from 470 in towards Noland with a stall blocking the left lane, but a heavy wrecker on the scene heading towards downtown 169 highway southbound, slow crossing the bridge. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
I guess later on in the preseason football, we can talk about again who do you think might be one of the first coaches fired. Got to be Mike McDaniels in the clubhouse, right? The Dolphins just had a significant blow to their roster.
Is this the defensive back?
Yeah, Kader Kohu out for season with a significant knee injury. They now return 0 starters in their secondary from last year.
That's exactly right. That's insane, right? I was just looking at that on X, formerly Twitter. No starters from their secondary last year. Now, you could say, I don't know if they were any good in the secondary last year.
They're decent. They had Jalen Ramsey
They
back
traded
there.
him. You know, they moved on from him.
released.
Fuller got cut in the offseason. So they've moved on from everybody. Do we have anybody extra that we can foist on Miami and get like a second-round draft pick back in return for? Is there anybody?
Sky Moore could play corner.
Play cornerback. If I'm Brett
Wouldn't that be
Veach, that's
ironic?
right. Yeah. If I'm Brett Veach right now, I'm calling Miami. Hey, here's what I can do for you. Sky Moore has been quietly working out in private at defensive back. He'd be a good fit for what you guys are doing down there. We'll take him for a second pick. Also, the other big news coming out of Miami, and this is where I get kind of, this is why I think we need to ban the media from practice. Oh, he has no interceptions in 6 days, Tua does, right? Meanwhile, right, Aaron Rodgers and Jackson Dart throw interceptions on their first play of practice, and both of those guys are like, it's practice. We're supposed to make mistakes, which I do agree with. And J.J. Watt even said it last week, too, with all these nerds out there counting incompletions and whatnot. J.J. Watt's like, dude, that's what practice is about. You take chances. You try to make mistakes to see if you can do it. Like, we made fun of Jameis Winston's comments the other day, but you know what? Like, when Jameis is sitting there going, did I make a bad decision? How do you know if in practice you're not trying to make bad decisions to see if you can actually make the throw or whatever? So the fact that Tua doesn't have any interceptions allegedly through 6 training camp practices, is he really trying to push the ball downfield? Is he doing what he needs to do to get better? Or is he taking the safe route so all the fanboys can sit there and say he has no interceptions in his first 6 practices of training camp? That's going to be a real interesting one. I tend to side with Aaron Rodgers and Jackson Dart on this one, and J.J. Watt, that interceptions are okay in training camp. They're going to push that Tua narrative a lot this year. We're going to get sick and tired of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just camp talk. We get every year. I mean, think about the people that are like, oh, great, Mahomes threw it behind the pass back again. I mean, like, I get tired of that.
Right, that's
cool.
what I'm saying, yeah.
He does it every year. Nothing matters. It's fine.
Right.
Oh, but you guys get all hyped up about Josh Simmons because he's throwing grown men.
Yeah,
down.
he's throwing
That's
grown men to the
different.
ground. That's completely different.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks everything is black and white, right? Like if you say that Cags was going to be good and he wasn't, that means that if you say Josh Simmons is going to be good, he's not going to be good because you said Cags was going to be good and he hasn't been good. What? Like, what does one thing have to do with the other? It's a case-by-case scenario. It's easier for the naked eye to see in practice whether or not an offensive lineman is dominating or getting dominated. You can literally watch that in one-on-ones. In football, when it comes to throwing the ball, you don't know what the play was. You don't know who ran the right route. You don't know if the interception was on the quarterback, if it was on the wide receiver, or, whatever the case may be, or maybe a defender got in through the line and, messed things up a little bit. We don't know that. But when you're watching offensive linemen and defensive linemen going, you can look at a one-on-one battle and determine who won. It's pretty obvious who's winning these battles in camp. That's why the Josh Simmons thing is different. But the propaganda that comes out of these training camps, my God, from the fake injuries to the fake stats and all of this kind of stuff, just play the damn games. Let's go.
This guy's going to be a problem. And it's just him running in shorts, catching a pass.
Yeah. Wait,
get ready.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of this guy.
The one you always see, year 9, engaged.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Math.
And great from the text line. Maybe there are no good defensive backs, and that's why Tua is throwing. That is true. That's a good text right there.
Yeah, what secondary is Tua throwing to?
Exactly.
Great point by the text line. Take the rest of the day off. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yesterday I saw a graphic come up on X, and it says, which would you rather have seen happen? And I thought to myself, this is pretty good. I'm sitting on Metcalf where I'm going 1 mile per hour every 10 minutes. And
that's your fault for taking Metcalf.
Well,
I
can't take Null. 69 to 435 is absolutely effed.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do? Take
I know.
I-70 go all the way the wrong way to Lee Summit? Walk. Yeah. Get effed.
Metcalf sucks.
I'm sorry. I got no other option. But it says, which one would you rather have seen happen? The first one says Jordan never retires the first time. The second one says Kobe and Shaq never split up. The third one is LeBron and Kobe face off in the finals. And then the last one is Derrick Rose never gets injured. So it's an NBA conversation. And if I could lead the way here, I would have loved nothing more than to see Kobe versus LeBron in the finals. Because the Mamba mentality and the LeBron mentality mashing up 1v1 would have settled so many debates no matter what would have happened. Because we are fortunate enough that we've got to see Mahomes and Brady face each other in the playoffs twice, and Brady beat him. So that extended the gap between the two. Whether you hate that conversation or not, that will always be there. We never saw LeBron and Kobe play in the finals, so we don't know what they would have done in the finals. So, to me, that's where my heart goes, even though I'm a huge D Rose guy. Because of the story, Chicago kid, the legacy.
Yeah.
So that's where I lean, is I would have loved to see LeBron and Kobe face off in the finals.
Yeah, none of those really interest me, quite honestly, to be honest with you. I'm just speaking from the truth. But if I had to pick one, it would have been Jordan not retiring and winning 8 in a row, because then we would have no conversation on who the greatest of all time is. And they would have won those 2 championships in a row. They would have won 8 in a row had Michael Jordan not wanted to go play baseball.
I don't think so. Who
was going to beat them?
Hakeem Olajuwon's pretty good. Those Rockets teams were pretty good. They won back-to-back. I don't know. It's not even about that. It's about winning 8 in a row. It's less about, at some point, it's less about you or less about them and more about you just continuing to do it. It's really hard.
They took a 2-year break and came back and still won 3 in a row.
And you saw in the Last Dance that third one of the second three-peat. I mean, it was almost did not happen. It was so close.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. So maybe they get 5 in a row or 6 in a row, and then 7 and 8 don't happen. But I get where you're coming from.
Either way, let's say they only won 5 in a row. There's no debate.
No, I get you.
There's no Tom Brady conversation. There's no LeBron James
100%.
conversation. There's no nothing conversation. Michael Jordan is by himself alone, and he is the single greatest team athlete of all time. And there's no debating that had he not retired.
I agree with that. I just don't think it would have been 8 straight. I'd go D-Rose, but any of these are great. But I mean, the Kobe and Shaq never split up thing. I mean, like that would have been cool. But we saw him for a long time. We saw him win 3 straight. So I'm not too like, what if they would? I mean,
that was last on my list.
Yeah, honestly, because they got a great run. It was one of the best duos ever.
Plus, it helped Kobe's legacy.
It's true.
Because everybody was like, well, Shaq won MVP in the
Shaq's
finals
MVP.
every single year.
Yeah, he scores
what
more.
would Kobe have been without Shaq? Well, here you go.
Bang.
And then he gets Gasol, and people are like, well, yeah, Pau Gasol. I'm like, come on, man.
Guys,
like,
you need
what's the
someone.
excuse, man?
Like, we always have to have a running mate with you. Like these people who think athletes win these championships by themselves, you're out of your mind. Everybody, and then they look down on it, Oh, they had just assembled some. Yeah, that's kind of how you win championships. You don't win a championship being, number one and having, a bunch of losers around side of you. You got to win it with your teammates. It's a team game. It's not an individual game. I know we like to break it down and make everything an individual game. And LeBron has won this, and Jordan has won that, and Mahomes has won this, and Brady has won that. None of those guys are there if they don't have good teammates. I mean, Dusty talked about at the beginning of the show, this Matt Light being the guy on the offensive line for Tom Brady for basically 20 years at the left tackle spot. Like, you don't win championships when you don't have good teammates around you. So end that narrative of, he had to go to Miami to win a championship, or he had to go to L.A. and get with Kobe to win a championship, or he needed to have, Scottie Pippen. Yes! Every great player needs a good running mate with them.
Derrick Rose getting injured not only killed the legacy that could have been, it hurt the NBA. And I could do 10 minutes on that topic because he was the next hope. Because he was going to Chicago. He won MVP. He was a stud. And it was like, here it is. And then in a blink of an eye, it was like, oh.
All gone.
God.
Damn.
It's over. Like, Chicago kids were finally back. Like, basketball was back. Like, basketball's greatest player of all time was done and gone. And they had to watch him go to Washington and limp across the court. And then here comes Derrick Rose. And then there he went. And you're like, Derrick Rose was like Bo Jackson. It was like 3 years, and then you never heard of it again. But then you hear stories now, 10 years later, 15 years later, you're like, this guy was special. He just couldn't stop Mario Chalmers in the championship. Done. Sorry. Coming up on the other side, we'll dive back into what is the perfect Royal as the trade deadline is one day away here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Matt Quattrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at QC Kinetics want to help you not feel that pain anymore, right? You got that shoulder problem that's bothering you. It's barking at you. You don't know what to do. Or maybe your knees hurt. You can't get out there and play pickleball or tennis or golf like you used to. Or even maybe going up the stairs at night is a problem right now. And you're in the cycle of steroid shots. And now the doctors are talking to you about surgery. But before you go down that road, let's hit pause for a second. I want to tell you about something that's helped a lot of people get their lives back without more meds and without under the knife. It's QC Kinetics, the leaders in regenerative medicine, using treatments like advanced cellular therapy and platelet-rich plasma, all designed to actually help your body heal itself. And we're not masking the pain. It goes right to the root of the problem. Their cellular treatments contain growth factors and healing properties to maximize your own body's ability to heal itself. Real results that let you move easier and live better. And it doesn't cost anything for a second opinion. Bring your x-rays and MRIs down to QC Kinetics and see if you're a good fit for these breakthrough treatments. Call QC Kinetics today. 816-412-6299. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299.
Flooded bathroom? AC on the fritz?
When things go wrong, you need reliable service fast. Call Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter and take $50 off any HVAC, plumbing, or electrical repair over $200. The pros at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to fix the problem. Over 40 years experience, more than 8,000 5-star reviews, plus our exceptional service guarantee means you can trust Hamilton to bring comfort and calm back to your home. Visit callhamilton.com for detailed terms and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
This summer, Casey's has 89-cent fountain and frozen drinks. But if you don't have 89 cents, you could check your center console, or dig between your couch cushions, or ask Grandma for $1, or just use your credit card. We take those too. 89-cent frozen and fountain drinks at Casey's all summer long. Restrictions may apply. See store for details.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
It's time to build that dream deck over at All Weather Decks. Schedule a free estimate today at 913-206-1974 or online at allweatherdecks.net. All Weather Decks, the right deck at the right price.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Chiefs coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Tune in to exclusive Chiefs training camp coverage live from St. Joe on 96.5 The Fan. All access player and coach interviews that you can only hear on 96.5 The Fan. Chiefs training camp coverage is sponsored by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Car wreck? Get the money you deserve. Mike's got this.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side, inbound I-70, heavy this morning. You hit delays before Little Blue Parkway, and it's off again, on again, very slow. Just crawling at some points in past Lee Summit Road with a stall blocking the left lane, but a heavy wrecker on the scene. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Travis Kelce Appreciation Day on Fescoe and Dusty is on Thursday, August 7th, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. That's right. It is a Wednesday, so we have our Fescoe and Dusty poll question, which is on X, formerly known as Twitter, which is what everybody says. You can go over there. Also, while you're at it, why don't you like and subscribe to the YouTube page, or you can go on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter. That way it goes straight to the top when you do your search, like Maloney when he goes home at night and watches this on his TV.
Reruns. He watches the reruns.
It's awesome, man. I love it, because then he'll be like, oh, sand in your crack. Hilarious. I'm like, yeah. Damn right, Maloney. That's so much sand everywhere the other day.
How pissed was Maloney yesterday when he was trying to talk about his spot getting like the second best sports bar in Kansas City, and I reverted the conversation to Earl's Premier.
Okay. He's like, oysters suck, and so do you. Just kidding. I still love you. But the
congratulations to Maloney's, though. Yeah. They got a silver award or something like that, a silver sow award. I don't know. But
I love that he's that disappointed about getting silver.
I know,
there's some people that would just want to be mentioned. But yeah, go to Maloney's,
don't have people
man.
passing out in your kitchen. You get the gold award for that. But right above it, it said something about Earl's Premier. And if you had never been there, it's phenomenal. It's a great seafood restaurant in town. And I saw it up there. I'm like, oh, man, Earl's Premier. And Maloney was so mad at us on the text.
Earl's.
Because it just went right away from him winning the Silver Sow Award. Congratulations, Rob.
Yeah, they don't have fried mushrooms at Earl's Premier, but they do have good oysters.
Oh, they do.
But no, shout out to Maloney's. Go to Maloney's and get some lunch today. It's right off of Metcalf. If you're bored with traffic, take a right. Boom. If you're going, obviously, towards 435. But the question of the day on Fescoe and Dusty's poll question, is Josh Simmons going to be the best Chiefs left tackle since Willie Roaf?
Yes.
151 votes are in, 82.1%. Why am I doing that? 82% of people, 82% of people said yes.
Good.
I mean, can you imagine if you've got that for the rest of Mahomes' career? I know that I'm hard.
I said when they drafted him, and I still think Mahomes could retire before Josh Simmons if everything goes to plan. If this guy is a mainstay Hall of Fame left tackle, there is a good chance that he is here after Patrick Mahomes retires. And that's what we're rooting for. We're rooting for that guy to be the last guy that Patrick Mahomes has to have on the left side of his offensive line. We don't want to do this dance every year. And I don't think it's going to be doing that dance every year because I think they got this thing figured out.
This is the guy.
It's also like perfect timing because there's three things that F the NFL with this, right? One, Veach does it again. Chiefs get a steal. And three, Mahomes getting older, which means the improvisation will go down, which is age.
It's just age. It happens.
And now that if you have protection, then he can be a drop back passer. And when Tom Brady figured out that he could just sit on a spot and just have time, it was nuts, man. It was like, and we always remember this when you play the Patriots in the playoffs. You got to get Tom Brady off of his spot. You will hear that in 5 years from now with Patrick Mahomes, where it's like, you got to get Mahomes off his spot or he'll rip you to shreds. Whereas like before, it's you want to keep Mahomes in the pocket. That's where he's not as effective. He's more effective outside the pocket. Josh Simmons will allow Mahomes to evolve in his career and also bring back that 4,045 sort of stuff where people are going, God, can you believe we had Lamar Jackson over Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes?
right, exactly. And people right now who are looking at stats because they don't watch the games are going to say, wow, look what Patrick Mahomes, he got better. No, he didn't get better. His offensive line got better. Thanks for watching the last couple of years.
And his receivers, yeah.
And his receivers are healthy now, too. And so all of that does factor in. That's why, like, stats tell part of the story, but they don't nearly tell all of the story. Because if you're just relying on stats, then you think, well, Patrick Mahomes has had a down year for the last 2 years. You don't take into account everything that has happened because of what's gone on with Patrick Mahomes. So, no, I hope this is the last left tackle that we see in Kansas City, the last left tackle for Patrick Mahomes. And I hope it gets to the point, too, where it was like at the end of Peyton Manning's career when we were 9-0 and went in there in Andy Reid's first year and we thought we were going to beat the Broncos. And Manning just sat in that pistol formation and was getting rid of the ball before, like, Tom Bahali could even get off the line. That's how quick it was.
They call that a clinic.
Yeah, and it was. It was like, I just remember sitting there, Josh and I, in that press box that day going, what in the hell are we watching, man? Like he just diced up that defense, right? And Tom just couldn't get there. Nobody could get there because as soon as he got the ball, he was getting rid of it. That's going to be the tail end of Patrick Mahomes' career. That'll be that new edition of Patrick Mahomes. The Peyton Manning, get rid of the ball, get rid of the ball, get rid of the ball. The deep ball will be gone. It'll be a lot of yak guys out there, a lot of speed guys out there, but that's where he will be at his point in his career.
Who do you have? Wes Welker, Julius Thomas, and Demarius Thomas?
Yeah, right. Good Lord, yeah. You talk about the weapons he had on that team, right? But a defense that was second to none.
Then you got ripe Von Miller there as well, too.
DeMarcus,
that defense was sick.
So good.
I mean, so good. That team was fun to watch play, not against us, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a fun football team to watch, and eventually we'll get there. I mean, that's the kind of the circle of life in the NFL quarterback. And you want to play a couple of more years, you got to change your game a little bit, man. And that may be sitting back there and just firing the ball as soon as you get it. You know?
Yeah, you mentioned full circle. It'll be like drop 8 against the Bengals. Mahomes couldn't figure it out to now it's like, okay, you can't do anything. If he has time, he's going to destroy you.
Yeah.
You look at it, Von Miller, Ware, Harris, Talib.
Yeah.
And then it's orchestrated by Peyton Manning with all these weapons. No wonder they were, setting offensive records with like 5,400 yards that year and like 53 touchdowns or 56 touchdowns.
The touchdown numbers were sick that year.
56 and like 52, I think, were his numbers. You're quanning for a new Royal.
I am. Stephen Quan is the guy, and I know he's
hate that guy.
But
I hate him more than Ramirez.
Yeah, but he's good.
Because he always gets hits against the Royals.
I mean, I was looking at some of his stuff yesterday. He's the perfect Royal. And I was talking to a Major League scout about this yesterday, and they were like kind kind of like, yeah, the problem that you have with this scenario is that Cleveland and the Royals are battling for that final wild card spot with each other. And he said GMs have been fired for less, if you traded Stephen Kwan. But I said, what about the Class A thing? That changes everything to me right now with where Cleveland is, right? This Class A thing is not good, obviously. It's changed the whole dynamic of everything. Stephen Kwan's under contract through next year as well. He's got 3 Gold Gloves. He's the best left fielder probably in the American League right now. He's a contact hitter. The dude never strikes out, and he helps you today. He helps you tomorrow. Like, that's the perfect Royal for me, and he is available. There are a lot of teams talking to Cleveland right now about Stephen Kwan, and if you're the Royals, that's 100% a guy that would be a perfect fit here in Kansas City. 3-time Gold Glover, contact hitter, never strikes out, top of the lineup guy. Like, man, give me some Stephen Kwan right now.
Would you send Estevez for Kwan?
Yeah.
Just 1v1 inside the division?
Yeah, I would absolutely
Handshakes
do that.
hand. You get an outfielder, they get a closer. Their closer's probably done for the rest of the year, if not next year.
Right.
He may
be done forever.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, the percentage. Did you hear about the Class A stuff, Mac? He was reported gambling. 17.5% of his first pitches were missed, and he only had a 5% rate the rest of any other pitches. That's not obvious.
Yeah, right.
I'm not gambling.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're just weird.
Like you waste a pitch on every batter to start.
crazy.
No chance that's
it's
happening.
Like, what was the NBA guy that was going down and getting one rebound and then missing the shot on purpose because his numbers were like
Wasn't it Kevin
and
Porter?
then taking himself out of the game. It was Kevin Porter.
So that he would do that. So just idiots.
The idiots in sports that are trying to make money by
deserve what
fixing
you get.
games, you suck, man.
Yeah,
and you should get a lifetime ban, from those sports because you're not good enough to play in this game. Playing in the NFL or the NBA or Major League Baseball is a privilege. It is not a right. If you mess up that privilege, you're gone. Gambling on these games is gone. It's the worst thing you can do as an athlete is gamble on these games and fix these games and do stuff like that. You got to go, man. There's no room for you here.
Royals in town today, one last time before a 9-game road trip. And then the day before the trade deadline, they were 53-55. They play the Braves today. They are minus 125 on the money line. Over under 9.5. They are going to go with the opener today. We'll talk to Q at 9 o'clock about this and also the trade deadline. Angel Zerpa gets the slab today with his little rabbit tail that he's got back there. That's like
Who's
gray
pitching
and white.
for Atlanta?
Joey Wentz.
Oh, he is. Cool. Local kid. Yeah.
5.76 ERA. So
National. As I say, National Father-in-Law Day. My father-in-law is friends with his grandpa, so I'm sure he'll be out of the ballpark today. Tom, if you are, please stay in the shade.
And Ronald Acuna is out with an Achilles injury. He was seen leaving last night's game with a boot and tears, which is just terrible to see. The former MVP of 2 years ago and also blew his ACL out a year ago. So the Royals come to this game 4 games out of the wild card spot. We'll see if there's any hugs today in the dugout because it is National Hug Watch. You got to see who's going to be leaving. We saw last night in the doubleheader. I don't know if you saw this video on Twitter. Baltimore and Toronto are in a doubleheader, and in the middle of it, they switched players. And Baltimore traded one of their pitchers to the Toronto Blue Jays, and he just walked from one dugout or one locker room to the other in mid-game.
It's fun when that happens. Very rarely does that happen, but it's still fun to see that. It's still unique. It's still awesome to see. All right, see you later. I'm going across the street there, and I'm going to be, throwing against you now. But how about that guy going from worst to first, too? Right. I mean, what a great trade. That guy's got to be happy as a pig, and you know what, to be traded out of Baltimore and go to Toronto on a first-place team I've been watching Toronto over the last week or so. They're playing some really good baseball right now, man. That's going to be a tough task for the Royals to go up there.
Yeah, they got swept in their doubleheader yesterday, but they did hone the best record in baseball. At least they still might. But what will you – I guess we're out of time, so we can get back to that a little bit later on. I'm sorry about that. But coming up on the other side, we will rank some AFC South QBs because, by God, it's July 30th. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes content from the show. Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
I will tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have made a major difference in our lives. lives. It's made our lives so much easier, so much less stressful, and they take care of everything with our yard because for 12 years we tried to figure this thing out and we just couldn't. We did not know what we were doing. And finally we just said, let's trust the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control to fix our yard. And they've got it looking really, really good. And now they're getting ready to put down seed for the fall because we're getting into those fall months and you have to start thinking a little bit about that, right? You've kept it in line all summer long. Aspen Lawn and Pest Control's come out and mowed and taken care of it and taken a lot of stress off of our plate. And you know what? Now they're going to come out in the fall and make the yard look even better when they seed it. I can't wait to see the work that they're able to do. And I love the fact that they have the mosquito domes out there to keep those bugs, those flies, those ticks, those fleas, all of that stuff out of our backyard. We can sit outside and enjoy our outdoor space and not have to worry about the mosquitoes biting us or the ticks and fleas getting on the dog. And right now at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, they're going to offer up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them today at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be. And if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Heartland Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices, Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Kansas City. And our more than 30 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Call Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. Our iconic blue trucks and expert team get it right the first time. Award-winning full-service lawn care and pest control since 1985. Call today for a free estimate. Visit aspenlawn.com. Why buy your next vehicle at New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola? Simple. Honest guys that don't need to add big city overhead into the price. Search New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to see the complete inventory.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Eat up, buddy. It's almost time for school.
You take charge of your home. You take charge of your work. Don't forget to take charge of your gut health too with Nature Made Probiotics. Nature Made has clinically studied probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find us in the vitamin aisle. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit. For just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all 3 if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
Hi, I'm Mitch Holtis, voice of the Chiefs. Make history this summer by attending Kansas City Chiefs training camp in St. Joseph, Missouri. There's still time to join me. For more details, go to stjomo.com. stjomo.com. In St. Joe, you'll discover 150 years of history, where the Pony Express began and Jesse James ended. Experience history, make history. Go to stjomo.com. Produced in cooperation with the Missouri Division of Tourism.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 70 westbound recovering. Earlier problem past Lee Summit Road has cleared, and most of the heavy stuff has unwound. Just a couple slow spots coming in from 470 off again on again past Nolan. Then past that, no delays into downtown. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
You want to play a fun game?
What is it, Saw 7? Hello, Dusty. You've been a loudmouth smartass for years. Time to play the game.
All right, here's what we're going to do. If you know Rob Maloney, send him a text message to his cell phone saying Earl's premiere is great.
Don't do that. I thought my job was the instigator in the... I've got a really good instigating topic today for the bullpen when at 9 o'clock hits.
Oh, boy.
You know how I like to stir things
up. I
up?
know, and I'm seeing Alex and Cody right here. Tiny Alex, large Cody. Hi, I'm Alex. Hi, I'm Cody. I don't understand the size difference in these two.
Hi, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I mean, look at the size difference in Cody and Alex. It's like one's the child and one's the dad here.
You talking about the WNBA game again?
Yes.
Neon Moon.
When the sun goes down.
One of the greatest country songs of all time.
That part of town.
I will stand on business on that Neon Moon is a top 3 country song of all time.
I remember being in Texas and watching people sing karaoke that, right? And I'm like, God, some people were really good. Others not so much, but that was always one that everybody wanted to sing.
Fantastic song. So QB rankings are out in the AFC South. They have C.J. Stroud 1, Trevor Lawrence 2, Anthony Richardson 3, Cam Ward 4.
And I don't agree with this because the unknown of
1, right?
Well, yeah, by default almost. But I like C.J. Stroud.
He's a stud.
Yeah, he is. And there's really no competition. But I don't believe Cam Ward is number 4 on this list. I think the unknown of Cam Ward is better than the known of whatever the Colts are going to roll out there this year. And I don't think Anthony Richardson is very good. They have Daniel Jones competing with him as the starting quarterback right now. Like, if you're in a battle with Daniel Jones, you're not good. BBL stinky. Yeah.
Well done.
So I put Cam Ward 3rd on that list. I put Anthony Richardson as 4th on that list.
Cam Ward's played more college football games than Anthony Richardson's played college and pro combined.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's true. Because Cam Ward played, 5 years in college?
Yeah, and Anthony Richardson's barely played.
He played 7 at Florida, and he's played, 6 in Indiana?
Yeah.
In
crazy.
Indianapolis.
I mean, Trey Lance is now a San Diego Charger, guys. You want to talk about how life comes at you fast, right? That was the 2nd overall pick in the draft.
Well,
he's starting the Hall of Fame game.
Yes, tomorrow night football is back. Woo. I would say Cam Ward could be the 2nd best quarterback by week 5 in the AFC South.
I don't disagree with that either. I'm not a Trevor Lawrence guy.
I think Trevor Lawrence has to cut the hair.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yep.
It's getting in his eyes. It's all the sweat's dripping. He's got to get it out.
He might look like Marilyn Manson and Macaulay Culkin, had a child. But Cam Ward, I'm excited about. The AFC South, this is just where we're at. I mean, we're C.J. Stroud and then pick your 3. I'm giving up on Trevor Lawrence unless he just absolutely shocks me. I know injuries have plagued him. I know that the reality of playing in competitive football outside of Clemson in high school where he never lost a game or maybe lost 1 game and then got to the NFL and it was like, welcome to the league, kid. But yeah, Anthony Richardson, I mean, man, you talk about the weight of your world on your shoulders after last year's debacle where he's like, I was just tired, didn't want to play.
Yeah, right. Like
That'd be like if you were in the middle of the show, like right now, I'd be like, hey, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm going to get out of here. I mean, it's nuts, man.
I mean, Binkley would just fall asleep.
Yeah, it's not true, Bob. Why don't you blow it out your ass, Bob? So we go from the South. Let's talk about AFC West quarterback.
Wait, can I just say?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say I'm definitely not out on Trevor Lawrence.
That's
just want
fine.
to get that on the
No, that's fine.
that on the record. Very still in on Trevor Lawrence.
SEC legend soon, Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, yes. 4,000-yard passer twice, Trevor Lawrence, with no good wide receivers really in his past. So I think there's a chance for him.
I mean, yeah, you can hang on to hope. That's fine. I don't have any issues with that.
Well, he's shown it before too. I think we're saying we act like he's always been straight ass. He made the playoffs. He almost beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. He's got some stuff.
I mean,
no, that happened.
He didn't almost beat. I don't.
It was a close game. I was at that game.
I was too, but I don't remember that game being a close game where you ever thought it was really in doubt.
Well, that's you, Bob. But I mean. Certainly fans around me and I definitely thought that was, especially when the Mahomes injury happened, but just take that away. Lawrence played well.
They scored 16 points that day? Was it 24-16 game, something like that?
Yeah, you and I both know that's not the end-all be-all and what a good offensive day is from a quarterback. But yes, Mahomes has had many days where we've scored 17. We've went, man, that was a hell of a game from Patrick.
No, I was just trying to remember. That was what the final score was of that game. That's all. It was a closer game, but all their games in the playoffs are close.
True.
So you go to the AFC West, and I think this is where we can have a fun discussion. Because I don't know if it's considered a hot take, but I have a take about AFC West quarterbacks. We all agree who number one in the AFC West is,
It's Patrick Mahomes, and there's really nobody else that's even close. And anybody who's trying to compare anybody in this division to Patrick Mahomes is on drugs.
Yeah, you're an
and
idiot.
share, because you're on some good stuff.
It's today. So, Mac, who's your number 2 quarterback in the AFC West?
I'm going to go Justin Herbert.
I'm going Bo Nix.
I'm going Geno Smith.
I almost went Geno Smith, Dusty, and I like that pick by you a lot. I almost went with Geno Smith. A lot of experience in this league.
I am down on the Herbert train.
I know you weren't last year with me. You were with me.
I was, and then I watched what happened last year.
Yeah, with the playoffs.
Because I was watching First Things First yesterday because Parkins is doing the hosting for Colin Cowherd.
So cool.
And then Nick roasted him because he was loving on Justin Herbert, and then he threw some good points out there. They have done nothing but baby Justin Herbert. They've given him everything he wanted. 2 years ago, they were like, we're going to run the ball. We're going to let you just kind of be the manager, and every once in a while, we're going to need to make a play. When the playoffs happen, we need you to see what happens. Trevor Lawrence, your guy, threw 5 interceptions in a playoff game and still beat Justin Herbert.
Still beat him. They still won.
Last year, Justin Herbert threw 5 interceptions in a playoff game after throwing 1 or 2 all season.
That's right.
The lights get too big for him. The prophecy is not there. The talent is there, very much so. Powerful arm. I watched him throw a strike to the end zone from 35 yards with a dislocated rib against these Chiefs. And I was like, man, this guy's got it.
Yeah.
His first career start ever against the Chiefs maybe was disguised because they were planning for another quarterback because the trainer put a needle in his liver.
Yeah, that was
and so
that
all of a
was
sudden it
crazy.
was like, wait a minute, we got to plan for somebody else. So that's a little bit disguised.
Yeah.
I think
And that was 5 years ago now.
I think Justin Herbert has more to prove than any quarterback in this year's NFL going into this season because it's Esther get off the pot with Justin Herbert. Either you're a top 5 quarterback or you're not. And that's just basically the way we've looked at Justin Herbert. We look at it all the time. We go, all right, it's Mahomes, it's Allen, it's Burrow, or it's Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, then it's Lamar, and then it's Herbert. Maybe not, because you know what? Jaden Daniels right now is better than Justin Herbert.
Yep.
And he's had
no
1
question.
year.
No question.
Went to the NFC Championship game, played against tough talent, did his
CJ
thing.
Stroud has done better than Justin Herbert.
That's fair. And I think that we just glaze a little bit more as a nation over Justin Herbert because of what we've seen him do against the Chiefs. And I don't think Justin Herbert is necessarily going into this season. Now, talent-wise, yes, the arm is better than Geno, but I'm going to put Geno above Justin Herbert because until you can prove to me that you can do it for an entire length of the time and an offense that has been catered to your needs to make you even better, you're not really showing me anything.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you.
So hate me if you want, text line. I don't care because
Yeah.
I need to see more from Justin Herbert.
I'm
from
with you.
what we were set up to believe.
And I've been telling these folks that for years now. I've never been a Justin Herbert fan because Justin Herbert is what I absolutely hate in sports. And I've realized as I've gotten older, he's a product of the ball-washing NFL propaganda machine. And all of the ball washers for the league, the Ian Rappaports, the Adam Schefflers, and all these guys out there that ball wash the NFL have been pushing this narrative because the NFL so badly needs Los Angeles to be successful so they can say, see, we were right to go back to L.A. They need that operation to win. They need that operation to adopt fans out there. So they have done everything in their power to push this turd up a hill known as Justin Herbert to wash everybody's balls with how great he's going to be, to tell us how good he's going to be. And then you watch Red Zone and you think, wow, this guy throws touchdown passes. He must be a good quarterback. Then you watch him play a game and you realize he is not a very good quarterback. And he has been celebrated and he's accomplished nothing. And we've always in sports want to put this cart ahead of the horse. We declared Justin Herbert a finished product in that first game he played against the Chiefs because he went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. It's like hitting against a pitcher you weren't preparing for that day, right? Spencer Strider's going to start. You get ready for Spencer Strider, and then all of a sudden you go out there on the mound, and it's not Spencer Strider. It's Eric Fetty or whoever that guy was that pitched last night. You're like, whoa, this total change. I'm not used to this. The whole game plan's out of whack. We don't know what's going to happen. And he's playing fearless out there because he's got nothing to lose. But the ball-washing propaganda arm of the NFL, those insiders, have pushed this guy to us because they need L.A. to be successful. Justin Herbert is no better than a mid-quarterback in this league. And if he wasn't playing for L.A., everybody would be talking about him being a very average quarterback in the NFL.
So, Mac, let me ask you this. Justin Herbert or Matt Stafford?
Matt Stafford.
Justin Herbert or C.J. Stroud?
This season?
Yeah. I know Stafford has the back thing going on right now.
Yeah, I'll stay just healthy. Yeah, this season, Stafford. I'll go Herbert over, who'd you just say?
C.J. Stroud.
Herbert.
Okay.
Based on playoff success or?
I mean, yeah, this is what's tough about football. It's such a rough sample size. You're talking about 2 games. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about 2 games.
People want to run down C.J. Stroud, though, and say he went to the AFC divisional round and lost to the Chiefs last year. Oh, you see it nationally all the time. I was watching it the other day. Big year for C.J. Stroud and the Texans.
He didn't have his best season in the regular year last year, but
they still went to the AFC divisional round and lost at Arrowhead to the Chiefs. They're acting like they went 8-7 or 7-9 or whatever it was.
Well, he beat your mid but to below average quarterback in Justin Herbert, so I don't know how good the win was, right?
It's still a playoff win. Justin Herbert hasn't done that.
The other thing about Justin Herbert, too, is that the ratio of touchdown interceptions are great, 137 to 45 in his career. You know what his record is overall?
500.
41-38. And I know wins are not a quarterback stat, but they are a quarterback stat. It's a contradictory topic that you can have for hours and hours.
Sure.
But if you are above and beyond, it shouldn't make sense. And this is what doesn't make sense to me. It shouldn't make sense that you've done over 21,000 yards. Your yards per average are 7.2 in your career. You've done 137 and 45 interceptions, but you're 41-38.
Yeah, stats. Yeah,
that to me that doesn't add up. Something's not there. Whether it's the winning gene in the regular season, because the numbers are there, but when the game's on the line, it's like, hey, we need you. Or in the playoffs, Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert. Because those are
in the playoffs,
just in general.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh, in general, Justin Herbert.
Because they catered around Jalen Hurts the way they do around Justin Herbert. But when they need to make a play, every once in a while, Jalen Hurts makes that play, especially in the playoffs. Justin Herbert does not.
No.
And eventually, after, 4 years, 5 years in the league, you got to take that separation if you want to be in that upper echelon, which is in the top 5 quarterback rankings.
You got to start winning and playing good when it matters. The guy's got 10 postseason interceptions or something like that, doesn't he?
Who, Herbert?
Yeah.
I don't know about
in his
10.
2 games, he could be. Yeah, who knows?
I mean, he just throws to the other team. And again, he's a victim, and we're all a victim if you buy into it, of that propaganda machine of the NFL of trying to make Justin Herbert something that he isn't. Again, if he was playing in Minnesota or if he was playing in New England at this point in time or Carolina or someplace like that, they wouldn't be pushing this narrative of Justin Herbert. That's all they're doing right now.
Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert?
Herbert.
Okay.
Neither.
So you have Herbert.
I play with 10.
You have Herbert as your 6th best quarterback in the NFL?
Probably 7th or 8th.
So who's above? Who's
Daniels,
after?
Stafford.
And then Herbert?
Goff.
Stroud and him are really close. I'd have Goff below Herbert.
Why?
I think Herbert's more talented.
Goff
I think
has
he's
taken
better.
2 organizations to the.
But this is how you and I look at it differently, Bob.
Yeah, I know. You look at stats and think they matter. I look at guys that can win.
I haven't mentioned one number.
But that's the only thing. Then why are you putting Justin Herbert above these guys?
Because you're mentioning other people. You're not mentioning anything about Jalen Hurts or anything about Jared Goff. You're mentioning the team. You're mentioning the coaches. You're mentioning 52 other guys. That's why Jalen Hurts isn't the 5th best quarterback to me. He's got a top 5 wide receiver duo. He's got the best running back. He's got the best offensive line.
Yeah.
He's got the best GM.
That's right.
He's
so
got the
there's
best
like
defense.
the NBA
He's got
topic.
the best.
Let's run everybody down who goes and supports
Let's not run him
themselves.
down. I think
around
Jalen Hurts is 10th, not
players.
5th. I think Herbert is 8th, or 7th.
Jalen Hurts has been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. I mean, you can't get to the Super Bowl with having a bad quarterback. Ask the Chargers.
He's not bad. I didn't say he was bad. 9th isn't bad. It's just not 5th.
Well,
10th, maybe 11th.
It's barely top 3rd. And to me, Jalen Hurts is better than a top 3rd quarterback in the NFL. The record's there. The proof is there. He leads his team to victories. We can't have it both ways. We can't laud Patrick Mahomes for willing his team to victories, and then when Justin Herbert, or not Justin Herbert, but Jalen Hurts does it, we can't go, well, he's got a good supporting cast. Like, you can't have it both ways. We're either going to judge quarterbacks by how they win or how they play when it matters most. Like, is there in football a low and close stat, like how guys play with 2 minutes to go?
Well,
what kind
I
of
know in the
mistakes
regular
they make?
season, Jalen Hurts threw 53 passes in the 4th quarter with the game at a 1-score game. 44 of those were in the first 4 weeks of the season. For the rest of the year, he threw 9 passes in the 4th quarter when it was a 1-score game.
How many of those situations presented itself?
Because they don't have to, because they have the best team, because he doesn't have to do that.
So
that's
great. That's fantastic. Surround your guy with good players. You don't have to rely on them to go out there and make plays. I'd quite frankly rather have that than being down 3 with 13 seconds to go.
If you want quarterbacks to be judged in the playoffs, if that's what you want to do,
so Brock Purdy. Sorry, Brock Purdy?
I'm not a fan.
Okay. Let his team do Super Bowl.
He did. Yep. Jalen Hurts in his career in the playoffs has thrown 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Justin Herbert has thrown 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Now, the sample size is there. Justin Herbert has played in 2 playoff games, and he's 0-2. Jalen Hurts, in his first 2 years in his first 2 runs in the playoffs, he went 3-2 or 2-2. So 500, but he does show up when he needs to. Like his playoff Hurts versus regular season Hurts is different. Now, this year in the Super Bowl, they didn't even need Saquon Barkley. They just used Jalen Hurts. Whereas Justin Herbert, I don't know if it's because the coaching and, Staley was there, if you want to add that as well. But I will say that if you are going to be a top 5, which is a supreme class, I think that's where your guys' argument is that the top 5 are guys that are all first ballot Hall of Famers, right? Burrow, Jackson, Holmes.
Yep.
All these guys are top 5. Allen, they're going to be in the Hall of Fame. Whereas if Justin Herbert wants to be that guy and wants to separate himself from the Phillip Rivers narrative that a lot of people give him in LA, then he's got to show up in the playoffs. And he's got to win more games in the regular season. And whereas quarterback stats are not defined by wins, if you want to be a good echelon top quarterback, you do have to have a separation in wins in the regular season. And 41-38 is a little bit of a hiccup where you got to be that guy where it's like your stats tell you that you can get the plays done. You can make touchdowns and not make mistakes. But you've also got to win games. And we used to see that with Alex Smith. We all agreed that Alex Smith was really good at being a quarterback. But when it mattered most, he had to put the football in his hands. It was like he turned into, a different type of quarterback. And that kind of seems to be the way with Justin Herbert. Yeah, I'm not saying that he's trash. I'm not saying that he's bad.
No, I get it.
I just don't think that he's where a lot of people think he is.
And he also has twice as many interceptions as touchdowns in the playoffs. That's a quarterback stat right there. That tells me you're not ready for the big stage.
2 games, but yeah. He's got to do better. I wouldn't have him at 5.
And also the reason he only has 2 games is because he's not getting his team there.
Right. He's not leading his team.
Part of that's on him. Part of that's not. Yep.
Part of that's making those plays. I mean, we look at Patrick Mahomes and go, that guy can make any play. That's what a good quarterback does. Josh Allen, same way. You don't want the ball in Josh Allen's hand with another 2 minutes to go down 4.
2 all-time guys, yep.
Joe Burrow, I feel like can lead you down the field. I feel like Lamar can lead you down the field. You give me the ball with Justin Herbert, I'm like, all right, game over. I'll go, watch Wings.
I mean, Lamar and Josh have both failed at that multiple times. Just saw them both do it, actually.
Yeah. Somebody says Hurts has played better in big games than Josh Allen has, and that's not even remotely debatable.
Yeah, Hurts is a big play quarterback, or big time,
and that's what
big
you
game
want.
Quarterback. Yeah.
That's what I want. I want a big game quarterback with big nuts that's going to go out there when it matters most, and lead my team down the field.
He has not been in a playoff game, but one. I'll give him 2 Super Bowls ago where they were forced to pass the ball and score points, and he was actually able to do it. He has not been in a pass-first offense because I don't think he can do it. He's
he
not
did
that
it against
quarterback.
us in that Super Bowl.
Two
though.
Super Bowls ago, he did.
Well,
Yes.
this one too.
No,
This
no,
last
no, no.
Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl doesn't. No,
they didn't. It wasn't Saquon Barkley that
it wasn't him either. I mean, the
they
Chiefs
came
didn't
out
show
firing.
Up. Yeah, it
they
was
came,
good.
They came out firing. They
Yeah,
came out firing. He was brilliant in that Super Bowl.
He was good. Yeah,
he was the best player on the field in the 2 Super Bowls against the Chiefs.
I would argue. I would disagree with the first one, but yeah, Patrick Mahomes was better. But yeah, we're splitting hairs. But yes, Jalen Hurts, best game he's ever played. Best game he will ever play.
Would you rather have Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott?
Jalen Hurts. But it's close.
Is Dak outside the top 10?
Dak's already
He's
like
right there.
34 years old, I saw. 32 or 34 years
yeah,
old.
he is old. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Hurts is 26, and I'm giving him time to get better.
Well,
Jalen
didn't
Hurts
Dak and Chris Jones play together
at Mississippi State? I think you're right.
Yeah. So they're the same age.
They're like 31, 30.
I think it was 32. I saw like that. I was like
he's getting
shocked
up
by
there.
that. I'm like, God, he's 32 already. But in NFL life, he's missed half his time, so he's only like 28.
Somebody says I can't say that Allen and Burrow are Hall of Famers right now. That's fair. I mean,
that's fair.
Well, their career's not done. Yeah.
No, but what it's been so far, I would assume that they will be both in the Hall of Fame.
It's
at some
trending that way.
point. Right.
I'd like to talk to a Hall of Fame voter right now. If Josh Allen walked away today, like pulled an Andrew Luck, let's say, is he a Hall of Famer? I think there'd be a lot of debate in the room.
That'd be close.
A lot of debate in the room because of the postseason, because he couldn't win the big one. And that's what they debate about. And that's what determines a Hall of Famer, because that'll be the first thing that comes up. He never made the Super Bowl.
So Justin Herbert is Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I mean, he's up there. Sure, yeah. Well, but Judge is better in the regular season than Herbert is, though.
Is he?
He leads the league in all these categories usually. Herbert normally doesn't do that. And their Yankees usually finish about 25 or 30 games over 500 in the regular season and then fall on their face in the playoffs.
Somebody says to tell Mac to go rewatch that Arizona Super Bowl. Hurts was incredible. Mahomes did it in the clutch, as he always does, but can't downplay how good Hurts was in that big moment.
Yeah,
I said Hurts was great. Yeah. I said
you said he was terrible and trash.
Yeah, I said we're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts made the one huge mistake. Patrick Mahomes didn't really make any mistakes. And that fourth quarter run, man, on one ankle. Oh, I'll never forget it.
When was the last time you saw Patrick Mahomes make a mistake?
Oh, man, where do I start? Last year?
We were there.
Yeah, I was say.
The Super Bowl you're talking
Cooper
about?
Eugene would tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
That is true, I guess, but
yeah.
Well, that's the thing, but I just don't. Yeah, that Super Bowl, I'm not getting like, oh, Hurts was amazing. Yeah, that game was over.
From the 816, Andrew Luck is not even in the Hall of Fame. Not even close. Andrew Luck retired after 5 years.
Andrew Luck is not a Hall of Famer.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, come on.
Go somewhere else.
I just said if he pulled an Andrew Luck and retired today, is he a Hall of Famer? At no time did anybody say Andrew Luck was a Hall of Famer. But you jump to conclusion, Mats, and get mad over advertisements.
Andrew Luck would have been in the Hall of Fame if he'd have stayed in the NFL.
Absolutely, probably would have been. It would have been real interesting to see the AFC right now if Andrew Luck was still playing. What kind of battles him and Mahomes would have been
That was
having,
my
right?
first thought when he retired. I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
One guy's gone. See ya.
Yeah.
And now they have Daniel Jones.
From the 816, they let everybody in the Hall of Fame now. No, they don't. It is very hard to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Ask everybody who's on the outside looking in. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is extremely difficult in which to enter. They don't let everybody in the Hall of Fame. I kind of resent that. Those guys that get in the Hall of Fame come over here and they'll say something about that too, because they don't let anybody in the Pro Football Hall of
Waters.
Fame. Brian Waters is a Hall of Famer and he's not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what we're saying. Here we go. Now I'm just getting roasted. Dusty says Casey Printers was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Another hype guy at camp one year. Oh, this Casey Printers is going to unseat Trent Green.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
That's right. Coming up on the other side, we'll get into a sports disappointment. What is your biggest sports disappointment? 913-586-7965. On the other side, what is your biggest sports disappointment? On Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Maury as well here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Michael Waka, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and let me tell you about my people at GiveMeTheVin.com. Give Me The Vin wants to buy your car, whether it's your daily driver, pickup truck, SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. So say goodbye to dealing with those dealerships, those annoying hassles, all that stuff that the dealership brings, and private sale tire kickers, and get a true buy offer for your car. GiveMeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better with the GiveMeTheVin.com big cash giveaway. Give Me the VIN is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. Get 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car. For more details, go to their website, givemethevin.com. So again, say goodbye to the dealerships and say goodbye to the private sale tire kickers and go to givemethevin.com. Givemethevin.com is America's best car buyer. Hit it, boys.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Don't let clogged drains slow you down. Call Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter today for our $79 mainline drain cleaning special. The pros at Hamilton will inspect your drains with video camera technology to pinpoint exactly what is needed to clear those clogs and help prevent expensive drain repairs. The expert technicians at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to solve your problem the right way, the first time. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 5-star reviews ensures your peace of mind. Visit callhamilton.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
Divorce is never easy, but selling a home during this challenging time doesn't have to add to the stress. When you work with the Sharp Homes team, they'll help you make a seamless transition. And the Sharp Homes team can give you options. Do you want to skip the showings and open houses and go straight to sold? Contact them to discuss their instant offer program. In fact, contact the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home. It's Dawn Sharp with the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. Just Google Sharp Homes team. It's Dawn Sharp and the Sharp Homes team.
Home title theft. It's on the rise, and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy Chicken Biscuit. For just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all three if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in a combo while supplies last.
It's the summer sales event at Robside Ford. Your chance to upgrade without the stress. Robside joins me now. Rob, what's the offer?
0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on nearly the entire Ford lineup.
That's a serious summer deal.
Sure is. And unlike your brisket last weekend, these deals aren't dry.
Okay, that's fair. These savings are definitely juicy.
And we're backing it up with 2 years of complimentary maintenance, a non-commissioned sales team, and top trade-in values.
No pressure, no gimmicks at Robside Ford. The way car buying should be.
We're Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 Google reviews, and a better experience from start to finish.
So skip the smoke and the dry meat. This summer, start at Robside Ford.
135th and State Line or robsighc.com. 0% financing, $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Robside Ford, buy right, drive happy. And next time, maybe stick to potato salad.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete. One contractor, all things parking lot. On the Missouri side, 71 northbound. It gets heavy before 75th Street. Stays off again, on again. Pretty heavy up towards 63rd. The world's coming to Kansas City, and 2026 is your parking lot ready. Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Bob and Mac, one of them getting traded because they both hugged in the break. So I don't know. See, that's the thing, right? Yeah. Sometimes I was telling Dusty, sometimes it's okay if you two are talking NBA, I can go smoke a butt, I don't have to worry about it. Mac and I are debating quarterbacks. Dusty's like, I'm out of this one.
Whatever. Somebody texts me and says, Dusty, when do you think Alex Smith gets into the Hall of Fame? Okay.
The Chiefs Ring of Honor will be happening in the probably, sooner rather than later, I would imagine, with Alex Smith, right? Like, he deserves it. And, somebody was saying to me yesterday, I was actually having a dream about this because I'm sicker than others, right? How many of these Chiefs from this dynasty are going to the Hall of Fame?
6.
You got Butker, you got Mahomes, you got Kelsey,
Jones.
You got Jones, you got Andy Reid, you got Brett Veach.
McDuffie?
It's only year 3.
Yeah, it's fair.
Well, they let everybody in, so 15.
Right, yeah. But, I mean, when you think about it, how many Hall of Famers, if you say 6, a third of them are the coach and general manager. So 4 players from this entire dynasty, you can absolutely 100% say are getting into the Hall of Fame.
They should just put Andy Reid in now.
They should.
They don't put guards in, but Joe Tooney has a chance. And they put guards in. It's a little harder.
Will Shields is in, obviously,
yes.
but he had to establish himself for an entire career.
Jason Kelsey's a Hall of Famer, right?
Should be.
Should be.
So Creed?
Yep. It's a great one.
Yeah.
Creed and Tooney, honestly. Yeah. Tooney should be.
But, I don't know how you determine linemen for the Hall of Fame, right? Like, was Jason Kelsey a good center, or was Jason Kelsey just awesome at being Jason Kelsey?
Both.
I don't know how to judge guys. Like, especially a guy I didn't watch play every single day.
Of course.
Nobody really knew about Jason Kelsey till the last couple of years, right? I think Jason was as big a benefit as Travis coming to light as, and then everybody kind of focused on him, and then they had their, success with the tush push and all that. But 10 years ago, people weren't walking around talking about Jason Kelsey. It's weird how that whole dynamic has changed, and he's morphed into one of what we think are the great centers in the NFL. But again, I don't know how to judge those guys, especially at the center position, It's hard.
Somebody says, is Spags a Hall of Famer?
No, they don't put assistant coaches in.
Okay.
So stupid.
Yeah. So we asked a question on the other side. What's your biggest sports disappointment of all time? Yeah. Bob, take it away.
Well, Josh Allen was signing autographs yesterday at practice, and this little girl started crying because she didn't get hers signed. He turned around, doubled back, went and signed her autograph, gave her a big hug, and I was like, man, that's awesome. But imagine if she didn't get that autograph. At her age, that's her biggest sports disappointment. And I really thought about this one because for a long time it was KU getting beat by Arizona in the NCAA tournament. While I'll still never get over that loss, I'm starting to think more and more that Super Bowl loss really is a huge disappointment for me. And that was the three-peat right there. That was history right there. And that's one, guys, no matter how good this team is, I don't know that we'll ever be in that position again to have that opportunity to win 3 in a row because of how hard it is to get there. And they were so close to get that close and to not accomplish that goal. That's going to be one that sticks with me for a long time. And as you've mentioned, and Bill Self has mentioned over the years, we think about the losses more than we enjoy the wins. That's going to be one that I keep looking back on and go, damn, if we didn't have the poops that day, what could have happened with this team and with this dynasty, and where could they have gone had they been in better shape to play that game on Super Bowl Sunday?
I'll do that Bengals AFC Championship game, that loss. That would be my biggest sports disappointment, I think, just because I thought that team was so much better than Cincinnati.
So Chiefs and a lot of recency for you guys. I'll stick with the Chiefs theme. I have 2. For me, it's the Lynn Elliott game.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the best Chiefs team that I was ever seen. Mm-hmm. And then the other one is the 97 team. 13-3. Denver comes in town, and it just melts away. And it sucked because, that was the team. They were 13-3. They're the best team in football. Denver comes in as a wild card, and Terrell Davis runs all over you, and Denver goes on to win back-to-back Super Bowls. You have to watch John Elway and the Broncos go into your house with Neil Smith joining the Broncos and watching that happen in front of your eyes, where you're like, this is it. This is the year. And I think this is why we have a lot of sourpuss fans on the text line when it comes to don't get overhyped because they've been hurt before, right?
But we've been rewarded so much in the last decade.
People never forget.
I know. It's hard. It really is.
And I think that game, for me, is tough because you look at that game, and that 97 team, man, like I'm 10 years old. Football's starting to make sense. Stats are starting to make sense. I'm starting to recognize players. I'm playing Game Day 97 or 98 on PlayStation 1. I know everybody's team. I know everybody's roster. I know the Chiefs are good. Here we go. We're geared up. We got the team, and it's gone.
There's nothing worse than the sports disappointment when you're a kid, too. Like before you really become an adult and realize, the business side of all this kind of stuff. When you're a kid, that sports disappointment hurts hard, man. It
does.
And it hurts for your college team, too. Like it took me, and I'm still not quite 100% over that Arizona KU loss from the mid-90s. Like it's still I still dream about Mike Bibby. Like, my God. Like you still have those thoughts of what could have been, because that was Roy's probably best team ever that he had at KU, and they failed and lost that game to Arizona in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm like, what? I still remember where it is. I can still see the final play of Jared Haas missing shots and Rafe trying to get one back and put it in. Like, those are the disappointments that you live with and grow through, as a kid. But for me, that three-peat, man, that's going to be one that bothers me. The Bengal one is interesting, too, because that just felt like an automatic win.
Yeah.
And then that Applebee's guy showed up and performed that song at halftime, and every Johnson County mom's dancing because she's excited about a ribeye and a chocolate shake from Applebee's, and she's grooving. And then the second half happens, and you're like, man, that Applebee's guy's ruined everything.
Somebody says the KU lost to Syracuse against Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
I still remember Michael Lee getting blocked by Hakeem Warwick, who had the largest wingspan in the history of college basketball.
It was unbelievable.
A lot of Royals Game 7, World Series 2014.
Yeah, I have a totally different approach on that one. I felt great after that because it was just such a fun ride, and we had never experienced winning in this town. And that was the first time we all experienced winning. And did it end in disappointment? Yeah, it did, but it was like, that's not going to take away from that month of October. That's the greatest sports month anybody's ever had. Ask anybody who was an adult in 2014 what their productivity was like in October in Kansas City, and it was at an all-time low. Everybody was drunk. Everybody's credit cards were maxed out, and we loved life.
From the 6-2-0, first Mahomes AFC Championship was crushing for me. It hurts less now, but man, I thought about that game for months.
Yeah, because we were never there, and based on our history, we didn't think we'd ever get back, and this was going to be.
It was that close.
And we were that close. It was right there. We'll never get there again.
And Brady.
And then history rewrote itself, and we're there every year.
Offsides, number 55, defense. Oh!
Exactly, dude. I think the Chiefs are going to go to the Super offsides.
Yep. Roughing the passer.
Typical Chief stuff.
Roughing the passer, number 95, connected with the face of number 12. Automatic first down. Punt to Julian Edelman. He didn't touch it. Why does thumb move? Gravity.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know, man. Kansas State, Texas A&M, Big 12 championship game from the 6-2-0.
No, that K-State Texas A&M game in St. Louis. I think it was. Who was the running back for Texas A&M? Wasn't Rashawn Salam or somebody like that, was it? But I remember that was the first Big 12 title game. They played that thing in St. Louis, and K-State ended up losing that game to Texas A&M.
2012, number 1 BCS, K-State at Baylor. There you go. 2003, KU losing to Syracuse. Another one. First time I've ever cried over a sporting event, 3rd grade.
Khalif Farouk Manesh still have nightmares. Yeah, the Northern Iowa game, that was a bad one.
Yeah. A lot of K-State heartbreak on this text line.
Yeah,
right
there is.
K-State when they lost to Baylor during Colin Klein's senior year. It's tough.
That was a tough one, yeah.
Local disappointment. Royals letting Johnny Damon, Jermaine Dye, and Carlos Beltran all walk in their prime. Well, that's why you have John Sherman. That's why you have a new Royals regime. And we talked to Royals manager Matt Cottrero on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your own Kansas City Sports.
Fescoe and Dusty. Subscribe and watch the show on YouTube by going to our channel at The Fan 965, Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll ask you this question and be honest with yourself. Is that knee, hip, or shoulder pain not getting any better? Are you stuck in a cycle of steroid shots and now maybe they're talking about surgery? Well, Well, before you go down that road, let's hit the pause button for a second and have a conversation about QC Kinetics, because at QC Kinetics, they're helping a lot of people get their lives back without more meds and without going under the knife. It's QC Kinetics, leaders in regenerative medicine using treatments like advanced cellular therapy and platelet-rich plasma, all designed to actually help your body heal itself. And we're not masking the pain. It goes to the root of the problem. Their cellular treatments contain growth factors and healing properties to maximize your own body's ability to heal itself. And they're real results that let you move easier and live better. And the best part, it doesn't cost anything for a second opinion. Get your MRIs and x-rays over to QC Kinetics and see if you're a good fit for these breakthrough treatments. Call QC Kinetics today, 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. 816-412-6299.
Numerous brands to choose from, endless options, one incredible experience. At Aristocrat Motors, we treat every driver like royalty and offer the finest luxury vehicle experience in Kansas City. Come see us today and let us roll out the red carpet for you.
At Cerrilla Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Hi there, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Carter. Our dad is Rex with Rex Buys KC.
If you're thinking about selling a home in Kansas City and don't know where to start, our dad can help.
Sometimes life throws curveballs, like moving for a new job, dealing with a divorce, or inheriting a house you weren't expecting.
Dad doesn't just make offers, he talks with people to help them understand all of their options. No pressure, and it doesn't cost anything to talk with his team.
He's a local home buyer who really knows Kansas City. If selling to him is the right choice, he'll give you a fair cash offer, and you can close on your timeline even in as little as 7 days.
He buys homes in any condition. No need for repairs, no fees, no surprises.
Just an honest, easy process so you feel good about your decision.
Want to talk to him? Call 816-330-6000 or go to rexbuyskc.com.
Rex Buys KC, helping people make smart choices one home at a time.
Back to school is on the brain. That means new notebooks, pencils, new everything. And while the kids are getting ready to get book smart, it's time for you to save smart with Straight Talk Wireless. Switch now and get a free Moto G 2025 with 5G when you activate select plans. Now that's a smart call. Get Straight Talk covered by Verizon's 5G network. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Offer valid through 10/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Purchase of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required for offer. Must activate the plan in-store at Walmart. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Pour Downy in the rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Only $39 for an AC tune-up. Book now at themvpkc.com. MVP Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Electric is your home's MVP this summer. Get a summer AC tune-up for just $39 and avoid costly repairs. Call today, 913-214-1212. Or visit themvpkc.com. MVP, one call does it all.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Northland 35 northbound, heavy from Cookingham up, not quite to the split with 69 highway with an accident on the left shoulder and in the median, and it's also slow on the southbound side coming down from the merge with 69 highway with some onlooker interest. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Cody and Gold, live from St. Joe at Chiefs training camp all summer long with exclusive access and interviews with the reigning AFC champions. Right here on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Hey man, good morning. How do you do? Hey man, just wanna talk
about the boys in blue. Hey man, now that you've been here a year, what's your favorite KCQ? Hey man, what's new in the clubhouse, the bullpen and the lineup too? Hey man, how was the road trip? Bob and Dusty wanna know. Hey man, what do you think of Slugger and FM radio? Hey man, is it true you're a deadhead too? Hey man, kid baseball wanna talk music with you? Hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, Quattrero. Hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, how about tomorrow? Hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man.
That's right. I forgot what date it is. It's Wednesday. We won't keep you long. We know you got a big game today to win that series against those Bravos. Riding with the top down in the convertible.
You got the
today.
convertible going, huh?
There you go. How are you today, Mr. Matt Quattrero?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Not too shabby. Hey, I saw you taking some hacks in the cage the other day. You still got it? I'm sorry?
I was taking hacks?
Yeah, I saw you had the bat inside the cage. It looked like you were
hitting ground balls. Yeah.
Don't humble yourself. You were putting them over the left field fence.
If somebody's flipping them to me from about 18 inches away, I can still hit it.
Did you throw your back out?
Not that time, but that's happened too. So yeah, that's fun.
I mean, as we get up there, you get do things like you're not supposed to anymore, and my back, it hurts, it's broken, and you got to figure out a way to get it fixed. Get advice, as we age, Matt. Nothing's easy anymore.
Yeah, no, I hear you. No, my fair share of back problems, but we could talk about back pain on here. That's good.
Yeah. No, let's talk about the important stuff here, Q, because I want to ask you this question as we are here at July 30th. What's it like being a manager in a clubhouse with a team that is connected together going through what is a trade deadline season where you might add or subtract players to your squad?
Yeah, I mean, every year is unique. I mean, these guys are used to the trade deadline, in and of itself, but every group of guys is different. We talked about it right after the All-Star break. I mean, for the next couple of weeks, you're going to hear your name, you're going to hear your teammates' names, you're going to, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and really we have to turn our focus to our own group. And, the addition of Lugo, with his extension, that's something that, is like an acquisition by itself, just because you're not losing one of your best guys. And these guys are human, so when they see their names or they hear their names, they don't know if it's true or not, and a lot of times it's not. There's a lot of stories out there that are either made up or there's just a rumor about it. Because I think pretty much every GM approaches it the same way. Like, we'll listen just about on everybody. There's a couple people here and there that obviously aren't going to be included in those conversations, but the best thing to do is block it all out to the best of your ability and just continue to keep playing hard.
Are you going to take two guys aside today in the locker room before the game and say, hey, do me a favor about the third inning, start hugging everybody and just to get everybody riled up, and then they could kind of send them for an okey doke, if you will? Can we do that today to mess with the insiders?
I mean, there's been all kinds of stuff over the years, with different teams I've been on or been coaching where guys do stuff like that where hey, you got to go upstairs and stuff like that, and the guys get all bent out of shape or they're excited. When you're in the minor leagues, hey, you just got traded, and you go upstairs and it's a joke, and just trying to keep people. Some people are excited about it because if you're in AA or whatever, you think, oh man, I just got traded. Maybe I'm going to the big leagues or whatever. So guys will mess with each other. I don't think they'll do that too much today, though.
Yeah, I know you got a big game, obviously, and you're in this fight for that final wild card spot, so you don't want to let anything go under wraps. But I think it would be funny, like, hey, Vinny, start hugging everybody in the third inning today and see what happens.
Yeah, well, if somebody was going to do it, it would probably be Vinny.
Right.
But I think no, I mean, we really view this as we are in it, and we need to string some wins together, and we're battling like crazy. Nothing's been easy most of the year, and it's been win a couple, lose a couple. We need to put a streak together, but that that all starts with day one, and that's what these guys have been trying to approach it.
Yeah, you haven't been really given the easiest of hand after the All-Star break. We've seen a lot of injuries with obviously Cags and Bubic as well. How does that sort of adversity kind of make your team stronger as you go through the nuts and bolts of what is the baseball season?
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. Injuries are inevitable. I mean, we talked about, we're going to need depth, and unfortunately, a lot of our depth got hurt as well, especially in the starting pitching department. But there's a lot of guys that are fighters. These guys, look at what the bullpen's done this week, just to step up and pick up a bunch of innings, especially with the doubleheader and how challenging that can be. These guys want to win, and when you're in that clubhouse with them every day, you sense it, you feel it, it's real. So guys are going to do whatever they can to help us win on any given night. Now, the injuries, I feel really badly for Chris. That's really unfortunate. Jax is much more mild, much shorter term thing. But with Chris, that's 2 out of 3 years where he's had a season-ending injury, especially this year being an all-star and what he's meant to us. That's really tough for him. But we're really hopeful that it's just a setback and he'll be ready for next year.
Can you take the Cags injury and actually look at that as something good, because you can now, quote unquote, send him down to the minors without sending him down to the minors, and get kind of a rehab start and maybe get him a little bit of confidence back there, and it's not look like it's a demotion, it's a minor league rehab start. Can you approach it that way?
Well, I mean, more so than that, I'm approaching, and we've talked about this, the last this week or however long it is where he's just doing his work at the clubhouse, just seeing the game from a different perspective and taking a step back, watching what other guys do, understanding if he can make one part of his day more efficient or easier on himself, because when you come up, get thrown right in. He played pretty much every day for the last 6 weeks or so, and maybe a little bit more than that now. And it's a whirlwind no matter who you are when you come up to the big leagues for the first time. So for him to gain a little bit of perspective on what's going on around him and try to simplify things, I think that can be used as a positive.
Well, hey, Matt, go get that victory today. Get to 7-5 in the post All-Star break, and we'll continue to watch these guys take on the Bravos today at 1:10.
Okay, guys. Thanks. Have a great day.
Have fun in Canada.
Yeah. All right.
He seemed thrilled. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, except for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they're one of the better teams in baseball.
Yeah,
if not the best team in baseball, which is insane.
What's crazy, though, you have said that now a few times today, and every day it seemingly changes on who the best team in baseball was, because a week ago it was the Cubs, and then it was the Brewers, and now it's the Blue Jays who are the best team, and then Tigers. That's where baseball is right now. They're 2 games under 500. They need to get to 500 before we can start talking about, the postseason. But, man, it flips on a dime right now in this sport. And there's so many good teams out there. And that's why I think the next, 24 to, 30 hours or so with this trade deadline, Dusty, is going to be very exciting around baseball. I think it's going to be, kind of picking up. I texted somebody in an organization this morning, and I said, can you do something before 10 a.m.? We kind of need something to talk about. And then the response was I'll try my best. People are busy. He said, what about tomorrow? I go, as long as between 6 and 10 a.m. and a trade's made, I'm good with that. Anything outside that time frame doesn't work. But I think it's going to pick up, man. I think we're really going to start to see guys being moved and trades happening. Or I could be totally wrong and nothing happens on a trade deadline front. But I just feel like it, and I don't know if you feel this way too, with the momentum baseball has right now, I feel like this is going to carry into the trade deadline, and I think there's going to be a lot of impetus to make moves for a lot of these teams right now.
No doubt. Because it's that time where, guys either thrive or they dive, and you're in that time in the season where it could happen, and it just depends, man. I know 4 games seems like a lot, and, a 12% chance to make the playoffs is a lot. The other thing, too, that I heard the other day on the radio is that, you've got to – at this point, you've got to string together, in 20 games, you got to go 15-5.
Yeah, you do. You got to. And even Q mentioned, he goes, you win a couple, you lose a couple. That's a 500 team, right? You've got to find a way to do. I think the Mets had won 7 in a row up until the beginning of this week. Who were we talking about last week that had won 10 in a row?
Boston.
Right, the Red Sox right before the All-Star break had won 10 in a row. That's the kind of string that the Royals need to go on. You're right. 15-5 in your next 20. Now we're talking about something.
Yeah, you're essentially the 2024/25 Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to win 9 out of your next 10 to get into the playoffs, and it's doable, but it's not favorable.
Right.
Don't forget, you can join 96.5 The Fan at Hollywood Casino on Friday, August 8th. Cody and Gold plus The Drive will be broadcasting live from the Sportsbook inside Hollywood Casino. We'll be registering fans to win a signed Charles Omenihu football plus a pair of tickets to Chiefs and Colts. Be sure to follow Hollywood Casino on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and enter their giveaway on August 7th for a chance to win $100 pin cash on August 8th, every hour from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. We'll get back to our poll question, and we'll get back to what is the story so far at camp. The left tackle who goes by the name of Josh Simmons. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Underdog are making it easy in the state of Missouri to have some fun, to go yard all baseball season long with Underdog's Champions Game. You can play right now in the state of Missouri, and Underdog is a leading place to make all of your sports selections. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. To play, it is so simple. I love the Underdog app. All you have to do is download the app, choose whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats, and you can choose from things like home runs and strikeouts, total bases, and so much more. And tomorrow, we've got football back, right? Football's starting to come back into our lives. And in Underdog, you can combine selections from multiple sports into one entry and see what you can do. That's what I like doing the most, combining some baseball, combining some football, and seeing what happens. And once that entry feels good, you can play with as little as $1. And if you get everything right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. So download the Underdog app now, sign up with promo code Bob, and unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit with promo code Bob. Must be 18 and over and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See UnderdogFantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life, and fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Heartland Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Why buy your next vehicle at New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola? Simple. Honest guys that don't need to add big city overhead into the price. Search New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to see the complete inventory.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
DQ presents how to make a blizzard treat even sweeter.
Just get a blizzard treat on Miracle Treat Day, July 31st, and help support kids like me, Ari. On Miracle Treat Day, $1 or more of each blizzard treat sold at participating locations benefits your local children's hospital. So treat yourself in the most meaningful way and support local kids like me on Miracle Treat Day at DQ, Thursday, July 31st. DQ, happy tastes good.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done, fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size, fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
We get it. Attention spans just aren't what they used to be. Heads in social media and eyes on Netflix. But what do people do with their ears? Well, for one, they're listening to audio. Americans spend 4.4 hours with audio every day. Oh, and you want the proof? Well, you just sat through this ad that's now approaching 30 seconds. What could you say to a potential customer in 30 seconds? Let Odyssey put together a media plan tailor-made for your unique marketing needs. Advertise with Odyssey. Visit ads.odyssey.com.
Today, expect a high of 92 with a chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
The sweetest day of the year is almost here at DQ. July 31st is Miracle Treat Day, when $1 or more from every Blizzard treat sold at DQ supports your local member hospital of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. DQ. Happy tastes good. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
That's right. That's the sounder of the Fescoe and Dusty poll on Twitter. What? The poll question on Twitter today for the Fescoe and Dusty poll question on 96.5 The Fans X account. If you want to participate, you can. Many have, many will continue to. We asked the question today, do you think Josh Simmons is going to be the Chiefs' best left tackle since Willie Roaf? 174 votes are in. 81% of you say yes.
Is Willie Roaf the new sliced bread now? He's the greatest left tackle since sliced bread. We compare everything to that invention in Chillicothe.
You ready for the sounder?
Yeah.
He goes now by Willie Loaf. I hate myself. You guys go ahead and take the lead.
I mean,
you set him up, I'll knock him down.
that's right. Yeah. He's the greatest thing since Willie Roaf or sliced bread. Now he's Willie Loaf.
That's right.
Yeah. Total fail.
Yeah, total fail. Sorry. Again, I hate myself for thinking of it. It hit me right here, and I couldn't let it go. Like sometimes I'll be like, keep it in the holster.
No, that was good. It's funny. Willie Loaf.
Ah, damn it!
I think I think for my money, I want him to be.
Cup.
I know. I want him to be better than Willie Loaf. You know,
Brock, if you're listening,
brioche.
we need a Willie Loaf song.
Yeah. I got that app now. I can create songs.
Hey,
Did you
Loaf.
play the Fescoe and Dusty song that I sent you?
Oh no.
No.
By the way, I've been gone from you guys for about a week and a half. Did we get any more voicemails? Because everyone asked me on vacation, was that fake? That guy that sent that, I want to come to Dusty's. I was like, no, dude, that was real.
Yeah.
They're like, good thing you got away.
You can leave that on the Odyssey app. It just says leave voice memo here.
Yeah.
How come you didn't play the Fescoe and Dusty song that I created?
Yeah, we'll have to play that tomorrow. You're right. You're right. We'll get to that.
Dusty is so destined to be a dad because of that joke. No, I got a vasectomy at 12. But no, we talk about Josh Simmons on this team because what we've seen so far in camp, and when we had Matt McMullen in here, we said, what's the biggest story in camp? He goes, left tackle.
Yeah.
Kind of still is, but it's been a good story, right?
It's a different story now. It's a story of, oh my God, this guy is dominating. Oh my God, this guy is crushing it. Oh my God, he's ripping faces off. Oh my God, he's fighting everybody. Oh my God, we found our left tackle. It's gone from wondering what was going to happen in 3 days ago. All right, we're good to go. Nothing to see here. And as I was telling Dana yesterday, I said, God, there's not a lot of storylines at training camp right now with this team. And there aren't. And that's a good thing. You don't want a ton of storylines going into camp. Like if you're the Dolphins and you're talking about Tua hasn't thrown an interception yet. None of their defensive backs from last year are even on the roster. Or you're going into camp making things up about, this wide receiver or that quarterback or whatever the case may be. I just think right now having no storylines going into this camp is great because we can just focus on getting better and winning another Super Bowl.
Or the storyline could be the two punters.
I mean, that ultimately is if you were to ask what the biggest battle in camp is,
Right.
it ain't about the 6th wide receiver or the 4th running back. They don't care about any of them. It is the punter situation because quietly, that guy stunk last year.
Quietly?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we didn't talk about him because we didn't need to talk about him. Like he was never a real factor. Imagine if that guy had to be a factor last year. Ariza, Hank Azaria, whoever it was, Nixon 5, that guy stunk last year. And so the Chiefs have realized that, and they brought in who?
I don't want to try
it.
it.
Like,
we got made fun of by the boss
Yeah,
yesterday.
but what was the guy's name?
Sapecha or something like that? I can't
Geppetto? Or
No.
I mean, yeah.
No strings attached.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, very good. Jeez, my God.
Get me the hell out of here.
It's time for you to go home. You were that sun last night eating those hot dogs.
I had one.
That's all I had, too.
I couldn't eat.
But then you also had that bag of Lay's, and we were sweaty inside.
I threw them away. Somebody came over and goes, "Where'd you get those chips?" I said, "Oh, man," because you could see everyone spit.
Yeah.
Because the sun was directly.
It was nice. So what were we? Oh, so this
Josh
whatever this
Simmons.
new punter's
punter.
name is. Yeah, but that's the only story. Like,
Let's have Matt give a rip at what that name is.
yeah,
Type in Chiefs punter newly
Yeah.
acquired and see if you can name it. It's like Sapizia or something like that. I don't know what
it's
it
like
is.
Chatopa.
Samsonite from the text line.
Yeah, it was. That could be Ariza's
Rock
name.
just said Willie Loaf is in the jug.
Zaplicki? Zaplicki?
Spell it again.
Say it with that accent again.
Eddie Zaplicki?
Spell it.
CZ.
Right, the C's silent. We established that. And then
AP.
CZAP.
LICKI, I think.
LICKI.
And you got Saplizi out of that?
Zaplicki?
I think it's
Zaplicki?
I think it's Zaplicky. I think it's Zaplicky.
Bailey Zappi.
Yeah. Zaplicky. Sounds like a cop from the town I grew up in. That's Bill Zablicki. He's the police officer you want to avoid.
He won the Ray Guy Award.
He
Oh,
did?
Well, that's punter of the year.
Yeah, so there. Wait, isn't
What a
that
guy.
an NFL award? That's a college
It's
award.
college
Okay,
award,
so
yeah.
he's the Ray Guy Award winner.
Yeah.
Well, then he's going to make the team.
There we go.
You don't just
Zaplicky.
cut the Ray Guy Award winner. Where'd this guy play? Like Miami of Ohio or someplace like that?
Who knows? I didn't even know
East
they had a
Toenail
second
State?
punter. That popular university that gets brought up all the time. I think there's two things that I've noticed from Simmons out of camp. One, the fact that he's got all the pressure of anybody on this roster to go in there and kind of show, what it is, like what you can do to protect Patrick Mahomes. And two, don't you want to see kind of a tough-ass dude at that position?
Absolutely.
Because, you think about who you're going to go against in the season. You're going against the best edge rushers. You ain't taking any punk AB coming at you because
Right.
you're protecting your franchise. And when you have that and you have a dog at left tackle, and we had that audio we played earlier, the guy that joined Pat McAfee's show, that's the kind of stuff you want to see. And this was AQ Shipley on Josh Simmons.
The kid they got out of Ohio State, I said this after the draft whenever you had me on the show. I said he was a top 10 pick. Josh Simmons, left tackle. The clips of him coming out he is a top 10 pick if he doesn't get hurt against Oregon last year. They get him with literally one of the last picks of the first round, and he is going to be their franchise left tackle for the next 10 to 12 years. And they got an absolute steal with him. The clips coming out of him, here it is. Look, he's just shutting guys down. And he makes it look smooth. He's throwing guys like...
Little dog.
Yeah, he's got a little dog in him. He was arguably the best tackle in the draft before he gets hurt. He gets to go late to Kansas City in the first round. They got an absolute steal. It was an injury that a lot of teams were concerned with, but he's young. He's coming back. He looks fierce. He's smooth as can be. He's athletic. He's strong. He's got the size. This could be a key piece for the Kansas.
Yep. But yeah, you have to have that in that position. Like Willie Roaf was a dog. Like he was the kind of guy that's like, come at it. You're not going to go very far, and I'm going to make sure of that. And when you see a guy like Ashton Gelati, who's a big dude in himself, who's also a rookie, trying to make name, trying to make show of who he is, what he can do on that defensive line, and then here's Josh Simmons.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, dude, you can throw a punch at me, and I don't even need my helmet. I'm still going to kick your ass. I love seeing that in a left tackle that's protecting Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, what do you expect from a Buckeye, right? I mean, this is what we expect from my alma mater. I mean, my team that I root for. This guy to go out there and just dominate. Yeah, it may be. I may get an honorary degree. There's been conversation. I've talked to people over there at Ohio State. They think about presenting me an honorary degree now because of my Buckeye fandom.
Sure.
But I mean, like, BBL Stinky. What did you expect? What did you expect out of that guy? Right, coming in here and absolutely dominating, and that's what you want, and that's what the Chiefs do. They go out and they reload. I mean, if anybody was doubting this guy like Binkley, you were making the wrong decision because the Chiefs don't really fail when it comes to fixing problems that they have in their organization. They go out there and they not only fix problems, they say, hold my beer. I'm going to not only fix this problem, but I'm going to now make this a strength. And that's seemingly through the first couple of days of training camp what we're seeing. And again, it's not just us. A.Q. Shipley played 12 years in the NFL, was a Pro Bowler for a very long time in the NFL. He was named the new color analyst for the Arizona Cardinals broadcast. He's an offensive lineman that played for over a decade, right? The guy has seen it all in this league. He's talking about it. Jason Kelsey's talking about it. Travis Kelsey's talking about it. His teammates are talking about it. McAfee's talking about it. It's not just it's everybody that's talking about this guy right now. That's watching him play going, okay, the Chiefs just went out there and dropped a bomb on everybody, right? You know, that song back in the day, they dropped the bomb on me. That's what the Chiefs just did for the rest of the NFL because for 6 months, this league and the ball washers and everybody involved pushed this narrative that the Chiefs were done, the Chiefs were cooked, the dynasty was over, they're not going to be any good, they're not going to win their division, and all this stuff. And they kept going back to the low-hanging fruit of, well, the offensive line isn't any good. Well, now the offensive line is pretty damn good. A.Q. Shipley said on McAfee yesterday as well, he thinks it's the best interior of an offensive line in the NFL, talking about the two guards in the center of any team in this league. You add Josh Simmons onto that left tackle position right now. Holy cow, man. I don't want to be in front of these guys when they take on the Chargers in September in Brazil because they're coming with a vengeance, man. This is going to be a nasty offensive line that has a reputation right now of everybody saying that they're no good, and they're going to turn that reputation on its head and prove everybody wrong this year. Patrick Mahomes may not get sacked once.
I think there's two words that can describe what Josh Simmons can be for the Chiefs if he is this guy, and it comes from
hello, America.
Because now you're screwed. Because if he is that guy and Patrick Mahomes has protection and he can throw the ball, we could see a version of Patrick Mahomes that we haven't seen yet, which is maybe scary.
Yeah.
Because we know that Patrick Mahomes is, at least in my opinion, maybe one of the best improvisational quarterbacks there are. Cunningham comes to mind.
Right.
Favre comes to mind. Michael Vick could be one of the best improvisational ones because of his speed. But we've never really seen Mahomes be your cliche three-step drop, sit on the spot, and just watch because he hasn't had that time.
Hasn't had the opportunity to do so. Yeah.
Now you're taking two things that maybe Patrick Mahomes has never had at the same time since maybe Eric Fisher with Sammy Watkins and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey. And now you're putting all that back together. And what did he do when he had those guys? 4,000 plus.
Let the word on fire.
Yeah, so
hello, America.
Get ready for that. I do want to get into this because there are teams that maybe are outside of the NFL zone, Kansas City Chiefs, that we follow or watch. Is there a team that you are all in on this year to kind of keep an eye on?
Yeah, I'm going all in on the Giants now, man. I bought the propaganda. Jeez. I got it. 5.5 is the over-under. Hammer that over.
5.5.
Look, I will say this.
Have you seen the start of their schedule?
I know.
Just pulling it up.
But it doesn't matter if the start's how you finish, okay?
Is that what you say on Tuesdays?
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I just want to win, Jim.
Soft butter on that Willie
You
loaf.
better believe it.
I know that I'm hard.
But either they're doing a really good job of putting out the right propaganda or,
Would you say you hate media and training camp?
No, this is team propaganda. This is the team. This isn't the ball washer propaganda.
Okay.
This is like
Gotcha.
Giants.com, like every great catch. Cam Scadaboo is a cult hero already. Jackson Dart's, lighting the world on fire. Him and Cam Scadaboo. Malik Neighbors is in a good spot right now.
Kay Adams out there.
Kay Adams was that was kind of what pushed me over the edge. I'm like, Kay's buying into all of this right now.
BBL precious.
Yeah. So I'm going with the Giants, man. I got to hit that over on the 5.5. Giants are going to be sneaky good. Brian Daboll will not be fired this year.
Okay. Mac, you got a team that you're.
I don't see a game they'll be favored in.
So?
The Saints. You're right. One game. They'll have
You don't know how things are going to shape up over the course of the season. Devastating injuries in week one and things like that.
Yes,
and
that's what you'll need.
I mean, but I'm looking at Russell Wilson, too. Guy's lean. He's lost some weight. Hey, that guy's got a lot to prove, man. He really does.
Let's giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Big Blue. Let's ride.
Oh, my.
Because he knows Jameis Winston or Jackson Dart. He's finally got somebody pushing him a little bit right now.
Yeah, we got John Toast and Will Sourdough. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
I'd say there's a couple teams that I really like, but one team that I'm just absolutely in love with is the Chicago Bears. Yeah,
8 and 9.
I'm pumped on Ben Johnson. You're in love with the Giants, about 6 wins. So, yeah, I'll take Chicago 9 and 8, 10 and 7. Yeah, I love Ben Johnson. I'm in on Caleb Williams. I never was off. I thought he had a really good season last year against popular opinion, and I think they've added what they needed to add, both on the offense and, frankly, the defense was already pretty solid last year. I think they're going to be a scary team.
Wasn't Caleb Williams, ripped off the practice field for being bad the other day? Didn't you say that?
Yeah, Ben Johnson's get off.
Yeah.
It's everybody off.
He did that to Luther Bird and did that to Caleb.
Pissed,
yeah,
dude.
dude. I love it.
You got to have a red ass, though, man.
I love that, dude.
You can't have Eberflus out there being like, I did the same thing if I was doing it all over again.
Exactly.
And fired.
Yeah,
like we talked about, this is the time to get pulled out. This is the time to get yelled at. This is the time to make mistakes, just like throwing interceptions. So, yeah, I'm all in on those reports.
I'm really excited about Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Because I'm excited to see what Baker can do. Because I think Baker's finally put himself in that seat where he's no longer scrutinized. I think he had a really, really, really good year last year. It's maybe Mike Evans' swan song this year. I don't know. He's kind of like an ageless wonder, but we'll see what he can do this year. There are some injuries that he's going to have to get over. Todd Bowles has got to get over some hiccups and play calling and stuff like that as well. But Baker Mayfield last year kind of took the world by storm. I loved watching the quarterback whenever I think it was Kirk Cousins had the 500-yard game that we all stayed up way too late to watch last year.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins dude, you got it, man. You're there. And I know Kirk Cousins is ultimate personality, positivity.
Right.
But I mean, he's you were a stud out there. You are good. This is what he needed to hear. And he took Mahomes into overtime, and he knew what was going to happen. I mean, he's like, damn it.
Yeah, right. I know.
Shoot. But I mean, look, dude, Baker Mayfield, first overall draft pick, Heisman Trophy winner, a lot of pub on his name going into the league, gets drafted by the Browns. We know how that worked out. He gets one game to start.
Worked out great for him.
Yeah, he got out of there.
Yeah.
Got one start with the Rams. Then he went to Carolina for a little bit, found a home in Tampa Bay, was very good last year, a playoff team last year. I would love to see I know Todd Bowles calls the defense 6-6, so he's got hiccups to get over with play calling.
He's also got a new offensive coordinator, though, too, that Dork went to Jacksonville.
Because last year they kind of lost that game because Bowles didn't know how to use his play clock as a defensive coordinator to stop the ball. So that's where we're at. Thanks for listening. But no, I think that Baker Mayfield has a good chance at maybe being another front runner for the MVP this year.
Yeah, I think right now, if you're not rooting for Baker Mayfield, then I think you're just a hater at this point in time. He's one of the easiest, more fun quarterbacks to root for.
He was great on New
in
Heights,
the
by the
NFL.
way, if you missed that
I
podcast.
didn't see. I have to check that out. But I love Baker Mayfield. I love his personality. I love his chutzpah. I love everything about Baker. Right? He doesn't fear anybody. He's not a do it by the book type of guy at all. He's got a little red ass in him. It's hard not to root for Baker Mayfield. And I think, right, if you're not rooting for Baker Mayfield, who hurt you? Because Baker's fun to root for.
Mac, you ready for some rookie rankings on Madden that just came out?
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Tell me if you agree or disagree.
All right.
Travis Hunter, 84 overall.
That seems low.
What was it?
84.
For
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay
that
with
seems
that.
low. I mean,
Really?
He's the second overall pick. I just assumed he'd be in the mid-90s. I did.
Oh no, that's got to be a really good player if you're mid-90s.
Mahomes is a 95 overall, by the way.
Exactly.
Ashton Genty, 81 overall.
Very low.
That's low.
I was going to say, I'd have him at least 85. I'd have him higher than Travis Hunter.
Yeah, same here.
Michael Williams, 78. I don't know who Territoria McMillan is.
Oh, Tet McMillan.
Tet McMillan. Yeah. He's a guy in Carolina, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got who throwing to him?
Bryce Young.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to be good.
Bryce Young looked good at the end of the season.
Last 8 weeks was pretty fun. What do they have at Tet McMillan at?
77.
77, okay.
Your boy Cam Scattaboo's on this list. Okay. 73.
Very low. He should be a 99.
I bet his speed's 62.
You ready for this one?
Yes.
This just continues to fit the narrative of this man. Cam Ward. You want to take a guess, guys?
65?
Yeah, 64.
71.
Wow.
Dude, that's just,
Let him sleep.
Man,
I love it, man. I love
I've
it.
never seen a quarterback or any player drafted number 1 overall that had no hype, no conversation, no discussion, no love like Cam Ward. I guarantee you, if you go into, pick a stadium on opening day that's not Tennessee, right? Lambeau. Go into Lambeau Field. Ask every single player who the number one pick of the draft was this year, and I guarantee you nobody would know.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Never heard of it.
Nobody would know. They'd be like, oh, yeah, that's right. They would say Travis Hunter. They'd say Shador Sanders, whoever. Abdul Carter. They go, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about Cam Ward.
From the 913, Mac, you're all in on Caleb Williams and Trevor Lawrence. LOL, your opinion will be ever questioned.
Fair enough.
And then pretty good rating for the biggest bust in NFL history at Travis Hunter. Oh, that's the biggest bust in NFL history. I mean, Jamarcus Russell
Not yet.
holding,
Not
still
yet.
on that business.
Yeah,
Travis
like
Hunter will be a
I
bust?
said, if he's a second string wide receiver, then that's a massive, massive bust. And if this is a guy who can't even play defense, then we'll see.
I wonder what Ashton Genty's speed will be because he's not like super fast.
No.
Probably like 92.
Hopefully, yeah. That'd be fast. I think that'll be faster than it is at the beginning.
This just in. Oh, my God. Hold on a second. This just in. Madden ratings, Josh Simmons, 99.
What's Willie Loaf?
98.
Okay. I don't think there was, I'm trying to think. I don't think there was a guy on that offensive line in 03 on Madden that was under a 92.
Jeez.
So I think Willie Roaf was like a 98.
That's crazy.
I think Waters was like a 97. Wegman was like a 92. Tate was like a 94. And Shields was like a 98. And then you had Priest Holmes was like a 97. It's just, dude, it was nuts.
That's crazy.
You didn't beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
unless you threw deep. Because then you had Eric Warfield just getting cooked.
But those rankings, though, man, like none of those guys, quite honestly, other than Casey Wigman, and that's a stretch, should have really been under a 95 at all on that offensive line. I mean, John Tate he was good, but he wasn't Will Shields, obviously, or Willie Roaf and whatnot. Like, Roaf should have been a 99. Waters should have been a 98. Wegman should have been a 95. Will Shields should have been a 99, and Tate should have been like a 95. That's how good that offensive line was. Like, I still think we understate how unbelievably awesome that offensive line was.
So we have a minute and a half. What was better in Kansas City sports, that offensive line or that 14 and 15 bullpen?
Well, the offensive line, because it was a little bit longer. It was a couple more years than that bullpen was. But the bullpen won a championship, and a playoff game. So I would have to, I guess, lean towards the bullpen on that. But I mean, I don't think there's no Hall of Famers in that Royals bullpen, but there's Hall of Famers on that Chiefs offensive line. That's a good one, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think for the reason you said at the end, I'd go the O-line, but there's no wrong answer there.
From the 913, Willie Loaf's ratings are like yeast. It's always rising. Okay, back to bed. Bye, guys.
That's so good.
That is good.
Eric Fisher got no hype, no love, no nothing, but it was the best option.
And it was a great pick.
Yeah.
It was an absolute home run of a pick.
He was the one that chugged the beers, right? They did the...
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, I think that was his last
And then he got
game
fined,
here.
and then he got an endorsement.
Yeah. No, it was the Colts playoff game.
Is that
right?
what it was?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I think it was
you're
that
right.
Colts
Yes.
playoff game. Yeah.
I would 100% give my beer to a player if he came and asked for it.
Hell yeah.
And then I'd be like, give me a ball later.
Exactly.
Remember?
Trade.
Never see that guy again.
Do you think somebody would not give their beers to Eric Fisher if he came over there? I just paid $10 for that. Yeah, the offensive lineman wants it, dude.
Yes,
Like,
I don't think
man.
Alex would.
You don't? Alex Gold wouldn't do it?
I'm not giving my beer. He can buy his own as an athlete.
That's so Alex. Yeah.
Why would I give my beer? He's got to play the game.
There
He
it
get
is.
drunk, he gets injured, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Absolutely not. Is just so Alex.
He can go to the concession stand afterwards. They always do it. It always happens. Look at Cody. He's drunk. Beer. Look how big he is in
You
that
think
statue.
this guy would? Yeah. Cody is huge. Alex is tiny.
Cody's on my level with celebrations. He'd be like, take it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yes. I would pour it down his face.
Of course, everybody would do it. Alex would be the one guy. Look at
Kidding
my
me? These
beer.
beers are like $13. This guy makes $50 million a year.
They've already shut down the concession stand for beer sales. I'm not giving it to him.
Like, what if it was Sydney Sweeney, Alex?
Would he give it to her if it was Sydney Sweeney? You think?
I mean, you would think so. I would hope so.
I mean, she's going to see how little he is in this mock-up
Alex
here.
Gold's got a real big dinger. That's right. We'll wrap this show up on the other side and try to bring it back together here on 96.5 The Fan. You're on for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty
What the hell's wrong with your station?
on Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? You need Jay's Southland Tow Service. They have over 20 years of experience servicing the KC Metro. They specialize in light, medium, and heavy duty, as well as commercial transport and construction equipment. Keep this number handy, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments, Jay's Southland Tow Service. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
GimmeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway. I hate games and scams. So when we had the idea to give away $25,000, I was very careful about the way it was orchestrated. Get the top of the market money and enter to be the lucky person to get $25,000. This is no joke. This is no game. This is very real. Just like GimmeTheVin.com.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-251-5642. 800-251-5642. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-251-5642.
DQ presents How to Make a Blizzard Treat Even Sweeter.
Just get a Blizzard treat on Miracle Treat Day, July 31st, and help support kids like me, Ari. On Miracle Treat Day, $1 or more of each Blizzard treat sold at participating locations benefits your local children's hospital. So treat yourself in the most meaningful way and support local kids like me on Miracle Treat Day at DQ, Thursday, July 31st. DQ, happy tastes good.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done, fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size, fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
It's the summer sales event at Robside Ford. Your chance to upgrade without the stress. Robside joins me now. Rob, what's the offer?
0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on nearly the entire Ford lineup.
That's a serious summer deal.
Sure is. And unlike your brisket last weekend, these deals aren't dry.
Okay, that's fair. These savings are definitely juicy.
And we're backing it up with 2 years of complimentary maintenance, a non-commissioned sales team, and top trade-in values.
No pressure. No gimmicks at Robside Ford. The way car buying should be.
We're Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 Google reviews, and a better experience from start to finish.
So skip the smoke and the dry meat. This summer, start at Robside Ford.
135th and State Line or robsighc.com. 0% financing, $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Robside Ford. Buy right. Drive happy. And next time, maybe stick to potato salad.
Final segment here on Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey with you as well. 913-586-7965. Is there another food besides seafood that you can't bring to work to heat up?
And it's just fish. You can bring shrimp. That doesn't really stink all that bad. But you heat up a piece of fish, forget about it.
Because one time when I was doing the Bink at Night show, I was producing as a young guy here. I came in and I was like, "Oh my God, what's that smell?" And Heisler's where you're standing, Mac, and he looks at me and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I heated up salmon and ate it in here." I was like, "Why would you ever do that?" BBL stinky.
Yeah, really bad. Like, BBL stinky.
I mean, you just eat it cold, right?
You do.
You
Or you just don't bring that in.
No.
You save it for dinner.
Make a sandwich.
You
With
know,
some Willy loaf?
save it for dinner.
Yes, exactly.
Ugh.
Make a Fisher loaf sandwich.
Yeah, I think that's it though. Fish, tuna. Yeah, I mean that's it. I don't think there's anything else that's off limits.
I dare you
According
to go
to you,
try.
maybe there is.
Well, dude, it smelled like vomit and oatmeal, and I don't know what Specs eating, but it smells gross.
He's eating like a protein
Muffin
cup.
power protein thing.
Yeah,
Somebody says Brussels sprouts.
Really?
I mean, they smell like
They
a
go
wet
stinky.
fart.
Yeah.
Brussels
stinky.
sprouts and broccoli is like a heavyweight bout. in
The
your gut.
broccoli does kind of stink a little bit too. But if you cook Brussels sprouts the right way with bacon and grease, and
exactly.
they're going to smell good. They're not going to smell Brussels sprouty.
Somebody says sauerkraut. People heat. I've always been cold sauerkraut guy. Now, obviously, if I was at a restaurant and it came out on like the sausage and potatoes and it was like a hot, I wouldn't care. But like, I can eat it just out of the jar.
I can too. I like sauerkraut a lot.
I'll even drink the juice.
But the sauerkraut on the hot dog right out of the can at room temperature. Now that's good. You don't need to heat that up.
I don't know. Is it Clausen's? Is that the main brand? I mean, I know there's a lot.
I think there's like a Frank's kraut that I buy, and I only buy like the little can because nobody else eats it, and so you have like one hot dog and a little kraut, and then the rest goes to waste.
Because this is like our stomach churning time for those of you that also get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Somebody says the salmon BLT at Nick and Jake's is fire.
Yeah, but you're not reheating that.
You could.
You can't. You could if you want to get your ass kicked. It's pretty simple. That's the problem. I mean, you're in an office. If you're still heating up salmon or reheating fish at your office, you just suck. Because everybody knows you're not supposed to do that. Even if you're fresh out of college, everybody knows you don't heat up salmon in the work microwave.
Somebody says, had a coworker at my last job that would microwave Brussels sprouts and tuna.
Tuna?
Who's eating hot tuna?
Oh, God.
BBL stinky. Ew.
No.
Not that sounder.
It's gross.
Disgusting.
That is disgusting.
It's disgusting.
You can't get away with that.
No,
I've asked you guys this question again, but it begs also again today with Jacob Mustard, whoever that is.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, celebrating his
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Here.
We got a
Yeah.
guy named Jacob Mustard here. Again, if you could be named after any condiment, which would it be? I think Bob Guacamole just works.
Bob Guacamole's nice.
Sounds like a scumbag.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some hot bets coming in. You want to call
I was gonna
1-800
say,
Bob Guacamole?
I need something. Yeah, call Bob Guacamole. He knows everybody. Like that guy. That guy can get it done.
Get in
right?
touch with
Bob
BG.
Guacamole.
So I'll never live this one down, Mac. You might have been here. I don't know. B-Dub just texted me and says, the onions from Street Tacos don't leave in the trash at work.
Yeah, you told me about this.
That was a week. But that wasn't reheated. That was just brought in.
And it wasn't in the studio trash can.
Oh, my God. No, it was
but
awful.
What we found out is that JT, who's producing the 10 to 2 show, which is 10 to noon show today, he was eating them in studio and then touching the controls.
No, he wasn't. I didn't hear that part of the story.
Because he came to me, he's like, oh, dude, hey, guess what? I ate them in the studio. I'm like, did you throw them in the trash can? There was nothing left to throw away. I was like, but you ate it and ran the board? Oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, so you
and
got
then B-Dub came
yeah.
next day, he's like, damn, dog. Smells like a damn 8th grade locker room in here.
It wasn't, I mean.
It stunk, dude.
It lingered a week.
Blame Aussie, dude. Like he did a nice thing for somebody because you never know. It could change their day, their week, their
It
nose.
changed our week. I'll tell you what, it changed the whole damn week. It stunk. For a week, we're like, why can't this smell go away?
Jacob Mustard texted in and says that's Colonel Mustard to you, sir.
Colonel, yes.
I love it. That's good.
Scott Sriracha coming in from the
That's so
3.
good.
Mac mayonnaise, that's you, right?
Mac sauce.
I like that from the 913 Mac sauce. His first name is the condiment.
Oh, I like Mac sauce.
Mac sauce.
What are you, Dusty?
I mean,
Dusty Tartar?
Wherever you want to go, man. I'll let you guys do this one. Roast away.
Dusty dips.
Ew. Dusty Crema.
Crema.
Yeah.
Cosmo Crema.
Yeah, Cosmo Crema. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Dusty Salsa. Bobby Guac sounds like a guy who has some hot stuff that fell off the back of a truck.
Absolutely. I mean, that was my childhood growing up. We always had stuff. Where did you get it? It fell off a truck. I don't know how many times my mother said, whatever it was that we had, it fell off a truck. Nothing ever fell off a truck. It was hot.
John Ranch. Dusty Dill Pickles.
That's not a condiment.
Pickles are not? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my name. I mean, nothing really rhymes.
It doesn't have to rhyme. Bob Guacamole doesn't rhyme. It just sounds good.
Yeah.
It just goes together.
Somebody says a dollop of Dusty.
Dusty is good. He's a growing boy. We need a dollop of Dusty.
He's a grower, not a shower. Bobby Tzatziki.
That's pretty good, too. I do.
like that
Bobby
a lot.
Tzatziki is really good.
I like Dusty Dijon.
Yeah. There we go.
Dusty Queso.
Dusty Queso is good.
That sounds like a guy you don't want to be friends with. Where are you going tonight, son? I'm going to go over to Dusty Queso's house. No, you're not. You are
Not allowed.
Oh, man.
Dusty Queso is good.
Dusty Dijon. Dusty Hummus. I don't like hummus. We talked about that last night with Jen.
From the 913. Hey, Bob, sounds like your mom was a thief. If something has fallen off a tree, no bleep. They literally just said that.
You're a thief. Yeah, it's hopefully some baseball cards fall off a truck. That'd be sick.
Where did that come from? I was off. I'll never forget one time we were in New York City and the cops broke up a stand of selling hot goods.
Hot goods.
Yeah. They probably were, but it was like counterfeit stuff, right? It was like fake purses and all that stuff. And all of a sudden the cop knocks this table down and the stuff is everywhere. All of a sudden my mother's gone. Like, where did my mother go? All of a sudden, you turn around. My mother's on all fours, scooping all this stuff up to take.
Hell yeah!
Because the cops go, it's free. It's illegal goods. You can take whatever you want. My mother's scooping all this stuff up. I'm like, what are we doing with this for the next 10 Christmases? You know what people got?
Mm-hmm.
Purses that she found on the street.
Yes, sir.
She used to sell fake Rolexes to my friends in college. We had
real.
Rolexes and tags. They were $10 a piece.
Hell yeah, dude! It may not be real, but it might look real. Mac cheese, Dusty onion, Dusty poupon. I like Dusty Crema. Starring in, I don't know what, Mac Donald. That's not a condiment, but yeah, that's.
I do like Dusty soy.
Dusty soy. That's good.
A little salty at times.
Dusty Japanese barbecue sauce.
I mean,
you do like it.
I mean, no
matter
spread the word. It's good. Tell your friends.
No matter what I say I'm having for dinner, Dusty's like, you can add some of that Japanese barbecue sauce.
What'd you tell me today? I ask Bob every day. I say, what are you doing for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
He goes, well, probably
Maybe
some
chicken tonight. Yeah, he goes, hey, put some of that barbecue.
Japanese barbecue sauce.
And when he's not touching, he goes, yeah.
It's true. No, it's good.
You know what goes really good on Brussels sprouts?
That barbecue sauce.
You know what really goes on the human body before sex?
Yeah, that barbecue sauce.
Yes, sir, dude.
What'd you have for breakfast? That eggs. You know, if you put that barbecue sauce on those eggs,
that's right,
it takes it to the next level.
Put it on an omelet.
Oh.
See?
Yeah.
That's good.
6 to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese barbecue sauce.
It is good. It really is. It is tremendous. And Hy-Vee has like 4 different flavors of it right now. I've tried the I think the honey one we're using right now. The original, man, it's still tough to beat the original.
The spicy one's good.
Is the spicy one good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dusty Worcester sauce.
Dusty Kraut.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That sounds like a Urban Dictionary word.
Is
dude.
kraut considered a condiment?
Yeah,
though?
I don't know.
Be?
It's on the
I
line.
don't know. It is on the line.
Because you can have like where you don't do a bun on the hot dog, you do like the mustard and the kraut on the side.
could.
Like, that's technically a condiment.
Yeah.
Mac kimchi.
Yeah.
Mac kimchi, Dusty soy sauce. Coming to you live from St. Joe on Saturday.
Mac kimchi is good.
I do like that.
No, but some stuff to tell you about. We'll be back tomorrow. Ben Maurer will join the show. It's already Thursday, if you can believe it. Woo. Saturday, Mac and I are going to take on St. Joe from 9 to noon. JT will be with us as well in studio to help us stay on track. Good luck. Also, you've got fantasy football show starting in about a week and a half with Mac Morey as well.
August 10th, man.
So Mac Kim Cheese got your fantasy team ready
Make
to
sure
go.
you get that Zaplicki guy from the Chiefs. Him and what is it, Bottom Tooth that you're a fan of? Jacob Bottom Tooth?
Yes, Brendan Stool, baby.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. It's not Bottom Tooth. He's probably not going to make the team. Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Yes, exactly.
Dusty Butter? Oh, my God. That can't happen.
I kind of like Dusty Cheese Whiz. Bob Teriyaki is actually really good, too.
Dust Turd. Okay. Instead of mustard?
Yeah.
I feel like that person doesn't like me very well. But either way, we like you all. We love you all. But go do something nice for somebody today because you never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Coming up next, it's Cody Gold and JT from 10 until noon. And then Vern's On Deck show starting at 12 here on 96.5 The Fan. We'll talk to you tomorrow, everybody. Take care.